Hey, what's going on, little lady? How's everything going up north? Yeah, just sit on here for a little while. What's his name? Luke Hang is supposed to be coming through. Just do the normal thing I do. Sit back, talk about whatever we talk about for a while, and see where the conversation goes, really. But did want to see some things about any ideas for the channel and stuff because I was talking with, well, I wasn't talking to him directly, but who was it? Anthony Levine was doing a live the other day, and kind of just on Instagram, getting ideas from his people about like what he should do with his channel, and it's one of those things that I've thought about. Is like, I should probably do that once in a while, see what people want to see in real time. You know what I'm saying? Because I get the comments sometimes, but sometimes it's just good to actually talk to people more fluidly. What's going on, JD? I know you had said something a while ago about wanting to jump in some battles, and I can't give you a date, but we are looking at doing some. So are you still trying to be in on that? But otherwise, the day's been going pretty decent. It finally stopped raining down here in Virginia. I don't know what it's doing up there where you are, but it has been a rough couple days down around here, that's for sure. I got performance reviews I'm trying to do, and I need the weather to be on my side. But I think it's probably going to get a little chilly down here soon. It's all last week, and was it for about the last week or so, from now to like the middle of last week, it was just cool, very cool. Not cold, but cool. And then today, there's heat out of nowhere. So you work till 8. What time? I mean, what time zone, JD? Because let's see, King's 23 is Central. So when he said, yeah, yeah, see that's exactly what it was here today. It was like a whole different ball game. I go outside, everything's bright and sunny, the birds are chirping or whatever. Yesterday it was just, and the day before, and I think even the day before that, just it wasn't raining like torrential downpours or whatever, but it was more like just kind of constant sprinkling off and on all day. Okay, so you're in Ohio, so that's central. Ohio is central, right? I know it's kind of far to the east. Well, as far as the Midwest goes, but either way, so we're trying to figure that out. And do you work like every day or what? Oh wait, or did you say in there? But I mean, and the thing is, we haven't even figured out a day. And if we get people and we need to do it on a certain day just to kind of accommodate them or whatever, that's not out of the question. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to be trying to cooperate with other people's schedules and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Because after all, like we kind of need the people to make the shows happen. So it'd be kind of wrong for us to say no. We're only doing it at this point. And the only other thing is just trying not to overlap with other people's things they have going on. Because I know, like, Who Has the Heat is Saturdays at 8:30, and then the Monday Midsole is Fridays at I think the same time, both Eastern. But I'm not really sure, and I don't know. I don't think either of you guys are watching Dynamite right now, but that's yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. We'll see. It's still early though. But I think I think it should be okay. It's just again trying to find people because, like I was saying on Instagram, there's always people that want to like watch one or vote or, be like judges on the panels and stuff. But it's just rare that we find people that are able to actually be in them. And that's like the biggest part of it. So the ones that I was doing a while ago, Dynamite, it's an AEW show. It's a wrestling show. It's like their weekly thing. But yeah, so trying to find people on a weekly basis to do the battles or whatever, it's like there's some people that are always up for it. Like Coffee, like you said, he's one of those guys. He's always up for it, which is cool. But he's not gonna. I mean, we're not gonna have him on there like every week or whatever. You know what I mean? So then finding other people, and it's like I put the word out there and saying, hey, you want to jump in? You want to jump in? Whatever. Trying to get volunteers, and then it usually comes down to having to go. And I don't like putting people on the spot necessarily to where I'm like messaging them and saying, hey, you trying to jump in on this? Hey, you want to do this? Like, you want to go against so and so? You want to tag team with so and so? Because sometimes like I feel like they say yes because they don't want to be rude, which I totally understand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just don't want to put them in that spot. I'd rather just put it out there to everybody. But I don't know. It's kind of a tricky little thing to play there. But usually it all works out in the end. But yeah, it's wrestling. It's one of those things where I can sit here and I can have it planned or whatever. Usually, if I do the lives on wrestling nights, I end up going back and watching it later because I'll miss stuff and I'm like, wait, why is this happening? Then I just go watch it again later. But even just as having it as like a background thing, it's like you look up every so often and it's like, whoa, what is this? What? He's bleeding now? You just watch it. Fresh culture, what's going on, man? Trying to get some people's ideas on some upcoming battles and stuff, or just channel ideas too. I kind of brought that up in the beginning because I mean I do. I do like the reviews and stuff. Like other than lately when I've been doing just random wrestling things or whatever, 90% of what I do is just unboxing shoes, right? Because that's just how that works. But I'm sure there's something that some other stuff people might want to see, or maybe they got some suggestions or something because they think, oh, well, if you do this, it might be better. Because I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm doing everything right. It's just that I don't get many comments telling me what I could do better, And it could just be that people don't always feel comfortable saying that. And I say, screw it. Just say whatever you want to say, dude. Corby, what is going on, man? Hey, Luke Hang is here now. He's gonna jumping in just to kind of join in on the chat, just hang out. And again, did I put the link in there? I don't remember. Yeah, it looks like I didn't. Luke Hang, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Oh, what's going on, guys? It's Luke Hang. YouTube, Instagram is the same as well. Great reviews, some early releases sometimes. And on the road to 200, I think I'm like 13 away or something like that. Giveaways right here. Been waiting to send this off to somebody lucky, whoever wins, the raffle. So who has the heat? I'll be appearing Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Do you know who you're going against? And I mean, other than the name, because I know on those brackets, it's a lot of new names to a lot of people.
I don't know. Actually, like I haven't seen any videos, and like I've seen some battles on there, and I didn't want to look. To me, I was just gonna like leave it up in the open, and be like, okay, just kind of just go at it when it comes.
Yeah. Because I mean, the thing is, like I was saying before to other people, it's like it's all in fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there will be some people on there that take it very seriously, and there will be some people that you can tell they're out there, they're hanging out, they're gonna answer the questions however they answer them, and however it works out is however it works out. You know what I mean? Because that's the best way to go into it. That and being prepared and knowing where your shoes are.
Right. Right. Definitely.
But you got a pretty well-rounded collection.
You know, I could use a couple more pair of like non-Jordans, but I mean I have them though. You know, I just want to make sure everything is laces is clean, stuff like that. You know, make sure all that's good to go. But yeah, I got I probably say I'm well-rounded, not as well-rounded as you, but
Well,
yeah, we'll hope to get there someday.
well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I've been buying, and I guess it's not really a matter of like how long you've been buying shoes. Some people always start with that, and I got to stop that because it doesn't always matter. But I've been buying shoes regularly for long enough, right? That's the kicker, right?
Right.
And so that has added up. And so, and if you look at my collection or whatever, it's not proportionally like it's not like everything is equal. Not like 33% running shoes, 33% Jordans, 33% like Yeezys or something like that.
Right.
No, it's like it's primarily Ultra Boosts and Air Maxes, you know.
Right.
But I do have the other stuff too. You know, I mean, I've got a fairly decent foam collection.
Right.
I
Right.
got a
Another
I
one.
do all right with the 12s. I don't have a whole lot of everything else, so. Oh
Yeah.
no, ones. I have a decent amount of ones too.
Yeah. Did you grab those All-Star foams that just came out?
The ones with the stripe.
Yeah, they're like black and blue and have like a little bit of white on them.
No, like so they I will say initially I didn't like the white stripe. I just thought it kind of just somehow messed the shoe up to me.
Right.
But then Kings 23 Kicks did a was it him? Yeah, he did a review and I was like, okay, those don't look so bad. But then I saw him in person. I was like, okay, this is not bad, but it's still like to buy a phone, right? You got to be all in on it or wait
Right.
for a sale because the price, even though the prices haven't gone up, I'm not going to complain because other prices have gone up. Those have been pretty steady.
Right.
Like they're still expensive though. You know, I mean, 230 is 230.
Right. Right. That's how I felt on it. I felt the same way on it.
Let's see. Well, let me read something here. Gives people a chance to feel like they that's instead of one. Yeah, yeah. From what JD's saying, like I'm not a huge fan of being out of the game too quickly. That's why like when I did the wrestling themed ones, you know, it was usually stuff that would like last a bit, you know, or at least give you some more excitement to it.
Right.
And let's see, Air Max Plus, Vapor Max, the new 2090. Okay, keep keep some of those things in mind. So I have a video that you might want to jump in on later. But I am interested in definitely getting more Air Max Pluses, and only because it's been a while. Like it's been way too long. Like,
Need more
you
Air Max
know,
too.
and same with the Vapor Max Plus. I haven't seen a lot of those lately. I mean, I have what, four, but I could always use more because those are freaking comfortable.
Right.
And Kim is saying I'd like to see a non-Jordan and Yeezy battle. I'm so tired of seeing Chicago. Yes, I fully agree with everything you say there because that's one of the things. And so the ones that like where I was doing it, you know, I tried to I leave people to come up with whatever questions they want, right? But the thing that helps it being on a smaller channel, on a smaller scale, is that people aren't inclined to try to play to the crowd, right? So and I'm not saying anything against the Who Has the Heat crowd because I'm a part of it, right? But oftentimes, a lot of people want to see the Heat, and the Heat is kind of synonymous with certain things, right? We can't pretend it's not. Like when
Right.
you think of like these shoes that people are going for, the the first things that come to your minds are collaborations and Jordans
Right.
or collaboration Jordans, right?
Right. Right.
So if it's got the right name attached to it, whether it be like New Balance, you know, people want to hear about that. The the right pair of Reeboks, right? People want to see those.
Right.
So having it where people are kind of with the smaller collections helps because then when you ask a question like, okay, let's see a brown shoe or something, you know.
Right.
They're not going to pull out these Travis Scott ones, but yeah, it's got this brown over here. It's like, you know, they'll pull out something, you know what I mean? It might be some mildly obscure Air Max, and then somebody else might pull out maybe, I don't know, maybe they pull out something like a let's see, what's another model, like a Hirachi, right? You know, okay, like I've never seen these Hirachis before, so that's actually kind of cool. And so when you start to see other stuff, you just vote. I mean, you still vote for how you like it or whatever, but you're just looking at it for what it is visually, not like, oh man, like that's an off white. Like I can't vote against that. Like, yeah, you can actually.
Right. Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good
what's your
point.
take?
That's a good point. And keeping people from pulling out the same pairs too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. Because that is, there's some stuff you see way too much. Yeah, let's see, JD. I'm telling you, JD, you definitely got to try Vapor Max. They got a couple models out there. I mean, you can't go wrong with like the. Personally, I kind of think I might like the 2 the most because all colors of the Vapor Max 2 looked good. The Vapor Max 3 was a little hit and miss, though the ones that are nice are really nice. Trust me. But then you got like the Vapor Max Plus, like we were talking about, the utilities. If you're, you know, if you need something a little more rugged, what was it? There was something else too, like the 360, which has kind of a cool look to it. It's got not a retro vibe because I mean, well, I guess 2006 was a while ago, but still, there's some good stuff out there.
See, and I've never had a Vapor Max. I've always wanted to try one.
Man, I'm telling you,
Am
like
I missing out?
they're on sale so often, so you should definitely check it out or at least consider it. So get the
I thought that they would be like rigid for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like how it was made. I was like, these are probably rigid and stiff. I'm probably wrong though, huh?
I mean, you're right at first, but you know what I mean? It's the whole
Yeah.
break-in thing, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
like, here's the thing, right? Because I did a performance review last year on the VaporMax versus the Ultra Boost and the VaporMax 2 versus 3. But the one thing that was pretty consistent is that the Vapor Max, like if you wear it straight for a while, right? Like I know a lot of people who really buy a lot of shoes don't wear their shoes like every day. You know, like they don't wear the same pair every day for a week or two.
Right.
It's
Right.
just like it comes out for maybe a day or two and then it goes away and something else.
Right.
But if you stick with those, like say a solid week or two, right? Even if it's just wearing them around the house, because that's what I do when I get new shoes. I'll wear them around here just for like a first week or something, just so I can be a little more comfortable when I do hit the track. But you wear them for a while, get them broken in, right? And then that's where the comfort really starts to kick in.
Okay.
But the thing is, what I noticed, right, is I would have these Vapor Maxes that were well broken in, had however many miles on them. But if I put them to the side for like, you know, a couple weeks, which is not uncommon, and then pull it out, it's like you don't want to go right to running in it. You want to like, I found that I'd have to do like the rest of my workout first
Take out in again, huh? Wow.
and then go running because by then it's kind of like, you know, broken in again. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But
Okay.
let's see. The Sneakerhead Show on Netflix. I have
Oh, that
not
was
seen
nice.
it.
That was
What
nice. That was
was
funny.
it? Vlogging. What's going on, man? Hold on. Let's see. I don't care about the zero shoot. Okay, so going back to the Sneakerheads show, right?
That was
Now,
good.
I heard, and this is just from everybody's going to have their take on it. When I was on or in the Instagram live that Anthony Levine was doing the other day, he was talking about it. And his stance was that the show, if you kind of aren't really a sneaker guy, it's more entertaining. But
Right.
if you are, you kind of like nitpick at it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's a show that's inspired by sneaker people,
Right.
but geared towards a mass appeal because it is
Right.
Netflix. If that makes any sense.
That's like a perfect assumption right there to sum it up. I've
Yeah.
seen it and I thought the same thing. It's like sometimes I have to take myself away from like being, you know, an actual sneaker guy and just look at it for like what it was worth, you know, just for like entertainment. Because like if you think about it too hard, then you're like, you know, you think too hard into it. So
Yeah, I mean, it's out there just for entertainment purposes, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like you want to be into it also, you know, because it
right,
can be hard to sometimes just kind of turn that part of your brain off and just
exactly.
pay attention to it. And that
Right.
comes from a guy who watches a lot of wrestling. You know what I mean? And that
That
is
too.
certainly a thing where you got to just be willing to just kind of forget reality.
Yeah. And
Um,
like, are the zeros like even a thing, or is that just, you know what I mean?
what, say
So
that again?
okay, so basically, I'm not gonna tell the whole show. I'll give you an opportunity to watch it and everything. But there is a segment in there where they're chasing like some Jordan zeros, right? Like I guess it's a shoe before it's a shoe he wore before the ones came out. And
Okay.
I'm like, was that ever a thing? Like I've never heard of that before. You know, I've never heard of like actual zeros being out there, people having them.
Yeah, I honestly don't know because, like, I mean, I know that he had, well, I feel like I heard there was a shoe that he was wearing before the one, but it had a name that wasn't
Right.
that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
unless it's one of those things where that was like a nickname, because,
Yeah.
and if we have, is anybody in the UK? In the UK, right? I think was it like the 95s that were called like the 110s because for a long time they cost 110. So
Oh, right.
no, I
Right.
can't remember which model it is, but there's an Air Max that had a name like that over in the UK, just as the nickname, right?
Right.
It- okay, the Airship. So
Right. Right.
that's
Right.
what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure if that was right or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Never heard anybody call it a zero though. So I was like,
yeah,
okay, you know.
it's like
Okay.
what is it? It's like the how the Air Max 90 was the Air Max 3 to some people because it was the
Right.
third one.
Right. Right.
But it's like, and was it like that laser blue kind of colored 90 that's coming out? Those have the name Air Max 3 on it. And I thought it was like what? What is that? Am I lost here?
Right.
But it's one of those things, like it's everywhere else I've seen it called the 90, you know?
Yeah.
But if you want to go chronologically, I guess you could do that, but then where does the madness stop?
Right. Exactly.
Because
A
like,
whole discussion behind that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then so what would be the Air Max 4, I guess, you know? I don't know. Is it the Plus? No, I don't think it
We'll
is.
start a whole debate there.
Yeah, because
Never ending one. Right.
I mean, I've looked that up before when I was organizing my shoes, just like because I have my Air Maxes by like chronological model release, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like ones, 90s, so on. And I think where are the pluses? I don't even remember. But when I set that stuff up, I knew what order to put it in.
Right. Exactly.
But let's see. I was gonna say something about this here. So Robert Valentine was saying that he's scared to get the Vapor Max because they might burst on him, which is a valid
Yeah.
fear, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't have anything near me right now, but if you look on the inside, right, where they have like the little tag that shows you the size and the model number or the style code and all that stuff, it also has the production dates.
Right.
And unless something has changed, if your shoe, Air Max wise, pops within 2 years of the production end date, then you can call Nike, you send it back, you get like a voucher to buy some new ones.
Definitely.
So if I
Definitely.
was you, I would not care about that. I would just make sure I wear them as much as I can within that time frame,
Right.
just to kind of get your money's worth.
Yeah. I've
Uh,
had two go on me so far. How about you, Sleeves?
okay, see, 98. I was thinking the Plus came out around the 97, but I wasn't sure. But let's see. For me, I've had, let's see, an Air Max 2011 go out on me. That was the first pair, and a 2014
Yeah.
went out on me. Both of those were within the warranty time frame.
Yep.
And then later in Air Max 2010, that went out on me. But that one was like, that was, let's see, that was a 2010, but it went out on me like 2013 because I was, right? No, like 2015 or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, it was way later. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
all three of those, I had fully got my money's worth. And if you've seen my Air Max collection video, you know that like I've had my share of Air Maxes. So for me to have lost 3 out of like 100 or something like that, yeah, can't really complain.
hey, I ran a half marathon in some Air Maxes one time, and they took care of me. I think they were like 11s or 12s. They did go sometime after that, but I mean, they took care of me in the marathon. It's like everyone had marathon specific shoes that then I was like, I didn't have any. I didn't have time to get any, so I ran the Air Maxes, and it took care of me.
Okay. Oh, see, there it is. Robert chimed in on that, saying the 95s were called the 110s.
Okay.
And I do remember that release though, because a friend of mine who was in the UK was really hyped up about it. Well, I won't say hyped up, but he was excited. Slight difference. Let's see. The 4 might be 1. What's going on here? I think I might have missed something. I don't know what JD was saying here about Jordan 3.5s. Was that on the sneakers show or something?
I don't remember that. It might have been. Might have missed that.
Oh. But yeah, it's the whole sneaker world. It's like there are always new shoes coming around that I would like to try. It's just like you want to wait, because I've made that mistake of jumping on something, soon after it comes out, and it's cool and all, but then they release a color that you really like.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, well, I should have waited. But so now that's kind of how I feel with some of the other things, like those, like the Vapor Max 20s or 2020. I forget what they're calling it exactly. But obviously, like, I'm interested in trying a pair. I just want to, since they are kind of pricey, I want to wait on the right color,
There we go.
I mean, I could just go out and get like the next big release is, well, the next big one would probably be like that black one. And it does look pretty good because it's not a triple black, so I'm kind of on board with it. Now, the channel side of me is thinking like, oh, I could just go and get this because it'll be good for some views or whatever. But I'm not. If you've seen some of my videos, like, I don't really chase views. You know what I mean? Because if you do that, you kind of lose sight of what you're actually doing, like the actual content that you're creating, and you'll end up with some stuff that you might not necessarily want.
Right.
Now, I mean, there are times when, you get something you want that other people just happen to like also. I mean, I can see right behind you, you have a lot of stuff that you like, but also pull in views, right?
Yeah. There's something like these right here, it's like, this is this is one of those outlet shoes,
Yeah.
where it's like the outlet caught me at the right day, because like coming out, I was like, oh no, but with 40% off, hey,
Okay. Yeah.
40% off. I mean, it's like, why not? It's still, what it is. It's still a 3 with different materials and different prints on it and stuff, but it's like, I don't know if I'd ever wear these, and I think they're like a half size too small too. So I just this is something I bought to hold, and to do a review on, kind of like an outlet pickup. So yeah, you have a couple of those. I don't have too many of those though, I don't like getting shoes that aren't my size, because I like to wear my shoes, and kind of with quarantine, it kind of it's kind of sad sometimes, I think I'm like, oh, I want to go somewhere. I kind of want to wear these, but it's like,
man, like
nobody's really there. Nobody's really there. Is that even open? I don't know.
Hey, that's been me this whole month, right? So there's no set time frame, but every couple months, I'll take the whole month and I'll only wear shoes that I haven't worn yet, right? So this is one of those months for me. And I mean, not every time I broke out something new have I really been going anywhere, because lately it's been a lot of trips to like the grocery store, maybe
Right.
Walmart if I'm trying to like looking for like action figures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing these new shoes, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, like even if I was going out to the mall or something, like how many people are really paying attention to you in any
Right.
given moment, right?
Exactly.
Not a lot.
Right.
So I just say screw it and I just go on with my day. Because
Yeah.
really, what it comes down to is if you're trying to get compliments from somebody, most of my compliments come from like the Vapor Maxes and stuff. Oh man, those are some cool looking shoes. They have like these flashy colors or whatever.
Right.
I walk by a bunch of people in some Game Royal 12s and nobody cares about that.
Right.
They're just like, oh, okay, black and blue, simple, whatever.
Right.
So I don't even think about it.
True. It's a
But
good
I
point.
think it was,
Good point. That's a good point.
yeah, that's just my take. And JD was talking about the Yeezy Carbons. I mean, they'll probably do all right, but at the same time, like it might take a while because they seem to be very widely available, or at least will be, right? But for the most part, everything comes around if you wait long enough. It's just like, how long do you really want to wait? Is
Right.
it truly worth it? You know?
Right.
So like for me, it's like
Point.
if you know that like on release day on StockX or GOAT or wherever something is going for a certain amount, and you happen to have it be able to get it right then, like sometimes you may as well just, if you're gonna try that route, just end it that day, right? Just get it, make your money, move on. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with like a closet with like however many boxes in there, just kind of waiting. And to some people, maybe that's fine, right? To like, but some people don't have the money to just tie up in hope for later.
Right.
Let's see. Kim says, I think I would have bought them if they didn't have the fur on it. Okay, yeah. I'm not a fur person. Hey, my kicks is in here. What's going on, man? He's
Yeah.
saying good luck to you on your battle Saturday.
Oh, who's that? Oh, me and my
Yeah.
kids. Thank you. Thank you. Good looking, man.
Yeah, he was nervous, man. He was crying earlier, just bawling out of control and stuff. I was like, man, it's gonna be okay. Pick yourself up.
First one.
Yeah, but again, it's just because let's see, it's what best is it 5 or 7? I think it's 5, right?
5. Yeah.
5, okay. So yeah, it's really just the questions that some of those questions are just weird in the sense that like they make you think a little bit more,
Right. It's gonna
So
be
if
fun.
they
It'll be a good time.
yeah, so if they ask like, oh well, let's see something with like a leather tongue, or let's see something that has, this type of swoosh on it, or something that has this type of insole, you might think, wait, even I was watching one of the rounds a while ago, and the question popped up of something with Nike Air on the back, right? Which is a lot of things. But in the moment, like I was like, I know I've seen Nike Air on a lot of stuff, but what was it?
Right.
And then I'm like, oh well, I guess an Air Max 90. I guess because when you're watching, like I'll play along in my head, like and think like, well, what would I have pulled out? Now, have you been watching the show for a while? Because I know you probably just heard about it not too long ago.
Yeah, I've seen like a little bit, and that's what I said. I was like, I kind of was like, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to like watch all of this like right now. So I'm like looked at a little bit and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the gist of everything. I'm gonna go back and watch everything as soon as I'm done though. I'm going to go back and check it all out, but let's kind of going into it. I was like, yeah, okay.
I mean, because again, really, it just comes down to, I mean, no matter what the question is, unless it's something specific, like pull out like the last shoe you bought, or pull out like your oldest shoe or whatever. Like if it's
my kids comment down there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, if it's something that gives you a little leeway, if it's like pull out like your favorite red shoe or something,
right?
Like there's gonna be something that comes to your mind, and then as you're getting that, you might be thinking, oh man, like maybe I should have got this instead.
Right.
There's gonna be some second guessing in there. You just got to commit
Yeah,
to it.
gotta be a little bit of that. Gotta
And
be.
when they put the spotlight on you for a minute to like talk about your shoe, use that time to sell it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get
Get
out
it from
there
the
and
top
say,
of it.
hey, like this shoe matters because of this.
Right. There we
That's
go.
the biggest thing. But at the end of the day, again, it's like I went on there. I was on there the second season. Just lost completely. Like just clean sweep. And the thing was like, it didn't really bother me. I was out there just to kind of have a good time on a Saturday morning, I think it was. But anyways, I was out there. I went up against Juggernaut of Souls, and I didn't really feel bad that I lost to him. Because like I know he's got a pretty good collection or whatever. But then he also went on to like win the whole season. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. You
So
can't
it's
be
like,
mad at that.
I guess if
Can't
you're
be
gonna
mad at
lose
that.
to somebody, like you would
Right.
want that person to like win
Right.
everything else.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's cool though. Just a matter of, like I said, thinking quickly. And is all your stuff in like those drop front? Well, I guess not, because I see some stuff on the side that isn't.
Yeah, no, I got some stuff tucked away. I've been wanting to drop a couple of videos too, and I'm like, just wait. I'm gonna just wait. I'll just wait for a little while. So
I got you. So,
yeah.
you got any? I mean, I know you haven't really been too involved in all that stuff, but the ones that are coming up that Kings 23 and I were talking about, would you have any ideas on like what you might want to see in one, or how they might play out, or anything like that? Because we're still
Like,
kind of putting everything together right now.
oh, you mean like a battle, right?
Yeah, because he said something
Okay.
about wanting to do not just like a one night only, but like a series of them for a set period of time. Like, you know,
Yeah. I would think I mean we've seen a lot of stuff, but like questions, I think questions are fun when they're like non-Nike, non-Jordan, you know,
right.
or Reebok maybe. And then it's like, cause then you got, it's like no Jordan, no Air Maxes, no Iversons. It's like, what else you got, And then I think that's fun, people to kind of pull out, different stuff like, maybe you got some tight Vans or some special edition Vans or something, or maybe it's like you got this extra cool slide or, just I don't know, just something different.
Yeah, and that's kind of like
It's
along
kind
the
of like
lines.
a,
That's
yeah.
kind of along the lines of what Kim was saying earlier, and wanting to see stuff that's not the same stuff all the time.
Or
And
yeah.
and then
Or
the other,
that, or if it's like, if it is like that, then it's like, okay, what's your best shoe from like '08 to '09 you got? Or maybe from like '10 to '12 or something. I don't want to
yeah,
be too, on those years or whatever year ranges like that, but maybe it's from like 16 to 17 or like 17 to 18, and then it kind of is like, okay, what do I have? What did come out then, Kind of gets like the, mind working and everything. And I don't know. Those just a couple ideas I had. When you hit me up earlier, I was like, okay, let me start thinking of a couple things. I came up with those so
yeah,
far. Yeah.
and that's one thing is like, because at least for me, like I like to hear questions that give people a wide range to choose from.
Right.
So it's not like geared towards a certain thing, because some people, when they ask the question of like, oh, what's your favorite? Because like for me, I didn't have my full collection when I was on the show, but one of the questions was pull out like an OG Jordan, and like I only had one, you know,
Right. Right.
and it was the Concorde, because all I had was what had recently released. You know what I mean? Had I
Yeah.
had everything, I definitely wouldn't have gone for that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like sit here and complain about that particular shoe. It's fine on its own, but personally, it is not my favorite of the OGs that I have.
Right.
Me and my kicks has a question for you here. He's saying, do you have any non-Nike, non-Jordan, non-Reeboks?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Got a couple of those. Gotta stay with something like that. Have to, have to. I mean, I guess if I was gonna like drill that question down a little further, then right, I would have said like, because if I had asked that just like how you just did it right now, somebody would pull
Yeah,
out some Yeezys, right? Because that's not Nike or a Jordan or a Reebok. And
Yeah.
so people would be pulling Yeezys, but I mean that's cool too. You know, it's like if you start to see people pulling 350s or 750s or whatever too, I feel like that's exciting. You
And
know,
my thing is like sometimes because I've watched certain people on the show, and there'll be a question of like, and I really don't like those questions where it's like, pull out your most expensive shoe, something you had to pay over resale for, and
right,
stuff. It's like, because it starts sending you down a path that I don't care about.
right,
But
right.
then people pull something out, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I just know that it's gaudy. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah,
Right,
it's too much going on. And
right.
then people in the chat like, oh man, is that the such and such, whatever, whatever? I'm like, and then like the vote time comes, and it's like, vote for the six or vote for the Air Max. I'm like, Air Max easily. I don't know what
Right,
but it's not okay.
right.
You know, because like it could mean something in some circles, sure, but the visual, man, it's like
Right.
I'm not the backstory guy because I'm a little newer to this, and even though now I've been in it for like a little while, I still just don't care about some stuff. So
Right.
that's why I like having it where people can just play to everybody, and just jump in wherever makes sense. Let's see. Kim says, I noticed on battles, people are really limited on their sneaker collections. They are not well rounded. If it's not Jordans or Yeezys, they don't have much. And that is a thing that I kind of see a fair amount of that from some people. I mean, there are certain individuals like me and my kicks is a person who's going to be on there. And if he had to do all Jordans or whatever, I'm sure he could do that just fine. But he's got a bunch of other stuff too.
Right.
But the thing is, like, sometimes it's the questions that force your hand, which sucks. And some people, they play to the crowd, which also sucks, but I understand. So it really just does kind of bother me in some ways, just that people are kind of just only buying certain things, especially when everybody has their own, their own interests, of course. But it just kind of shows that some people's interests are just like focused, right?
Right.
And I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with that because there isn't, you know? It's just like if you're going to be on a show where you're supposed to show off like a well-rounded collection, have a well-rounded collection,
Right.
right? And I'm not saying you have to have like you got to have Vans, you got to have Asics, you got to have Sauconys, you got to have I don't know British Knights. You don't have to have everything, but just
You
not
need something.
only
Right.
something. You know,
Yeah. You need something. Yeah.
be able to pull out a
I've
few
seen so
like
far.
low top like casual shoes. I don't know.
You guys ever seen somebody pull out like a Jordan dress shoe or something? Like I don't ever think I've seen that. Have you guys seen that? I don't have any, but I'm just wondering. Like
I don't know. I don't think so. And like it was funny because somebody asked me sometimes going back to the whole like channel ideas thing, right? Somebody commented on something recently saying, "Oh, you should do a video on like the top whatever shoes that you'd wear in a suit." And I was like, I just wear whatever's comfortable, you know.
right.
It's like I might wear these Air Max ones or something. I might wear those pink Vapor Maxes. It just depends on what the day has in store for me, you know. Because I'm not a fashion guy, so like when everybody's doing their like their fashion tips and stuff, it's like I can't give you that, you know. I mean, I can give you some tips on finding some deals, maybe, you know, maybe a workout tip once in a while, but yeah, I don't do the fashion. Let's see, what's this? Also, on the other end, the viewers don't seem to want to see different shoes either. Very snobby if you try to show them something eclectic in taste.
Mm.
Yes, that is also the other side of it. And like I was saying, like when people are playing to the crowd, that's why.
Right.
They're like, oh, but I will say, a part of me smiles inside every time that backfires. When somebody pulls out something that is just like, yeah, man, there's only 6 of these made. It's like, yeah, but it still looks like booty. So, what's the point? You know?
Right. Right.
Let's see. And Homegrown saying, won't let me be great. Trying to round off my collection, but no one's selling. Man, yeah, that's people. I'm telling you,
Oh,
what my guess is, in like a month or when people are trying to make money for Christmas presents and stuff, and
yeah, that's gonna be nice.
when these like when they start hitting on these Xboxes and PS5s and stuff, they're gonna need to get rid of some shoes to make some money, and then their standards might just drop a little bit, especially if StockX and Goat do those like low seller fees or whatever sales.
Yeah, I just now started to notice that. It was like the first time I had ever seen that. I don't know if I missed it the other times or what, but I just saw that not too long ago. I'm like, what? 50% off on seller fees on
Yeah,
StockX? What?
which is cool because like
Right.
when you see some of those prices that people are selling stuff for, it's like it's kind of pricey, but at the same time, if you take out the fees, they're making like the gas money it took to buy the shoe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's see. Impress Me showing some Diodoras or Etonics. You know, I don't have either of those, but there were some Diodoras I wanted, like the Skeletor ones. 'Cause I'm a big Masters of the Universe fan. Wasn't meant to be though. But apparently Coffee knows about them. He wanted a pair, just didn't quite get them.
Marlon was saying.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing whatever. I'm going straight for comfort because I compared it to like when you see like House, you know, like Dr. House from the show or whatever, or Seinfeld or something. I see them kind of like halfway suited up, but they got some nice shoes on. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing same way with me in my normal daily attire, you know. I mean, unless it's like there's some sort of dress code, if it's like it's a wedding and they're like they want everybody to kind of have a certain sort of look or whatever. All right, sure. If my hands are tied, my hands are tied.
Right.
But if I'm free to roam through the collection to pick what I want to wear for the day,
Definitely.
that's when things can get interesting.
What's the most comfortable shoe for you, Sleeves?
Well, that's kind of a layered question for me.
Yeah.
So running wise, the Ultra Boost 19 is the most comfortable.
Okay.
Casual wear, just if I don't have to run, I do really like wearing the VaporMax Plus. It just has a pretty nice feel to it. Okay. Though I will say the React Vision is definitely like in that conversation as well.
Right there. Yeah.
Now I can't overlook that the 350 is a very comfortable shoe.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But the price of it kind of leads me away from really suggesting it a lot of the time because you can get something super freaking comfortable for like under 100 in the form of like an Ultra Boost or a VaporMax, or you can try your hand and hopefully get these Yeezys for like 220.
Right.
I was gonna say other choices. So
I was gonna say the first time I put some of those on, I remember I was walking like on the strip in Vegas, and I remember I took them out the room and I put them on, and I was like, whoa. I was like, it feels like I'm walking on a bounce house right now. That was my first.
Yeah, they feel like a really plush carpet that is like only on your foot.
Right.
Okay. Oh yeah. I
was impressed.
So Kim always votes against Concords, cap and gowns. I don't blame you. Let's see.
I hate those, huh?
With his Bread 11 hatred once again.
Oh yeah.
When I had battle on Monday midsole, my Asics beat a Travis Scott one because the question was the better quality.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I mean, personally, most things beat the Travis Scott one. That's just me though. You know what I mean? Let's see. Check out Nelly on IG. He has Jordan dress shoes. I heard something about that when he's on like that dancing show. I honestly did not care. I was like, all right, that's cool. It's how some news just does not matter to you sometimes.
Right.
Let's see. Need those cooler. We should make a sequel to the Master of the Universe movie. I mean, if they make a good one, I'll be all for it.
Yeah.
Because like I don't remember much about the movie, but now as I'm older, looking back at it, it's like I don't want to watch it, and I don't think I want to know anything about it because I feel like I would just be unhappy. But I mean, assuming he is, because she asked like it's talking about the '80s one. He said yes, with or without Dolph Lundgren, he should be in it. Not a He-Man, but some other character as a nod. Yeah, have him play a Faker. I mean, that seems sensible. Like the bad guy He-Man that kind of looks like him, but isn't him. Though, and I mean, obviously in the cartoon, the only difference was like he was blue with like orange hair. I don't know how that got past anybody. I don't have a Faker figure because there was supposed to be one a while ago, but I'm not going to go down this action figure thing. I'll save that for other conversations. But a while ago, it was on the table. I had it pre-ordered, and then they canceled everything. They were like, "No, we're stopping. We're not producing any more of Master of the Universe." And I was like, "Man, why did you have to stop right before the figure everybody wanted?" But I think there is supposed to be one that what's that dude's name? The Seth Rogen? Is that his name? Like the comedy guy? Is that his name? I don't know. He was in like Knocked Up and those type of Pineapple Express.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, yeah. I think he's supposed to be somehow involved in a He-Man movie or series.
Oh wow.
I don't know in what way, but he is. And when I hear stuff like that, it makes me wonder like how's that going to work out? But that Halloween movie that Danny McBride did, the guy from Eastbound and Down, like that was pretty good, and he's not really known for his stuff of that nature. So it can work,
They do something.
See, it was cheesy even for an 80s movie. You got any favorite 80s movies, Lou?
Man, if I had to think about it,
question was coming out of my mouth. I saw this comment, like, always goes back to throwback movies.
Yeah. What was it? I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Was that 80s?
Yes. Well, wait, was it? It might have been. I just know that was one of the first. It might have been the first movie I saw in theaters. I feel like it was.
Okay, I think that was 80s.
It's in my mind. I get some things mixed up, but it's either that or Land Before Time 1.
That's definitely 80s right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Care Bear movies when it was like.
Hey man, like dude,
Care
like,
Bears was tight back then.
That Care Bears movie where like they had like the Care Bears friends in there, like Braveheart Lion and stuff, and like the raccoon. Man, like when they went through like that tunnel, and then like you see the raccoon eyes pop up, it's like, oh, that's him. Man, that was like my movie for a long time.
Yeah, me too.
Man, yeah. I mean, I'm sure looking back, if I was to watch it now, it'd be like, what am I looking at here?
Right.
But maybe there'd just be enough. Maybe it'd be just enough in that to make me be cool with it,
Right.
But and what was that other one? Because there was my cousin. I was staying with her for a year before, like when my mom moved, so she could get everything set up, and then like I went to go live with her like the next year or something. But I was staying with them, and we would watch that all the time. And she was also a big Rainbow Bright fan too. So like I remember seeing that movie a lot. Yeah. I always have to stop and think because mentally I'll get that confused with Strawberry Shortcake, but obviously they're very different people. Yeah. But it's just like, I'm trying to think like, wait, which one had that horse? Yeah.
Who was the dude that used to paint again? I forgot his name. With the fro?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Man. Yeah. Man. Yep. The painting works so much now.
Wait, Land Before Time was 1988? Or I'm going to get you. But man, like there were so many, like there was a lot of those movies back then that, I mean, there was a lot that I didn't see, but there were so many that I did see, like, and maybe not very often, but it was enough that it hooked you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Gotcha.
It's like it didn't
Gotcha.
matter. It's just something about it was just like I saw it the one time and I was sold. And then years later, I still talk about it. Let's see. Oh, she hated Rainbow Bright. Apparently, I get it. It's cool. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
Twilight Zone, was that 80s? The show? That was 80s.
I don't know. I remember that show used to kind of freak me out because like just something about it being black and white. Wait, was that black and white? Am I thinking of the right show? Was Twilight Zone black and white?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Something about it being black and white just kind of like messed with me.
Right.
So I didn't watch it. But I was cool with Tales from the Crypt. But I also couldn't watch it.
Yep.
I also couldn't watch Unsolved Mysteries though.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt was a big one. That was a good one right there. I bought the whole DVD set. Like I have no idea where it's at now, but when it came to DVD, I got all of them.
I had a box of DVDs over here earlier. We were talking about movies last night, and for some reason, I remember like the relevance, but I pulled out like this Looney Tunes box set that I have.
Oh, Looney Tunes, man.
But I remember one episode of Tales from the Crypt where I don't remember what happened, but some dude ended up being like stranded in a desert or whatever, and he's like laid out in the middle of the ground, and like some vultures like flew down and like pecked his eyes out and stuff. And I'm like, wait a second, does this happen? Right. And then later, like, because as a kid, certain things stick with you. And then even later, when I was living in New Mexico, it's like, which is a desert, I'm like, man, like, hope that doesn't happen,
Right.
Like, as an older person, like, that if you wander off in the desert, because people would always get lost in white sands, apparently, so they send drones to find them or something.
Right.
But if things don't work out in your favor, that very well could happen.
Exactly.
It's a very real fear to have over there.
Right.
Let's see. So you never saw Land Before Time, huh? And I get it. Like, there are certain movies that like were popular, but I never went back and watched. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen a Rambo movie.
Yeah.
People talk about them all the time.
Right.
I haven't seen
Park though. Jurassic Park. That was a good movie run right there.
Jurassic Park was yeah. Because I remember when they're like, wait. So, because I read the book and then I saw the movie later, I think it was. But I remember thinking, like, wait a second. So, where's the hole in this logic? Why don't we have dinosaurs?
Right.
Like, go get some amber.
What I was thinking.
Mosquitoes and like, I'm trying to get this T-Rex, Yep. But then it kind of took a weird turn on like was it the second one where like they ended up with like a Tyrannosaurus running around New York or something?
Right. Yeah. It took a weird turn.
See, yeah, I guess Twilight Zone had a movie?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I just think I've seen the show.
That is new to me.
I have to check that out. It's almost Halloween time, so.
1959.
Whoa.
That is. So wow. I would say, now I'd have to do some Google searching, but like the oldest show that I watch, I mean, it might be, I don't know if Dobie Gillis like was just that old that it was in black and white, but that was one of them. But possibly Gilligan's Island, because I know that was like, wasn't that like the 60s or something?
I think that was the 60s.
Yeah, so Gilligan's Island was, I mean, as far as my favorite like really old shows, I think that one. And wasn't there something else? I don't know. I think it might have just been those.
Man, I remember Family Matters, like the intro, right? Where like they were in a theme park and it was like the Tower of Terror with like the Bill dude, right? On the ride. You know what I mean? On like the intro. That was Family Matters, right? Yeah, I barely made it. It was like the last year in LA at Disneyland before they turned it into the Guardian of the Galaxies.
Oh, okay.
It's not the Tower of Terror. Like I barely made it. I was like, ooh, that was almost over for me.
I forgot
I wanted to go so bad.
They changed rides over there like that.
Yeah.
And was it Rambo? Yeah,
Rambo.
I'll just have to take your word for it that it was a good thing. What's going on, Jeezy?
Chuck Norris. Yeah.
Let's see. Why does that sound? Perry Mansion. Sidebar, does anybody here remember the show Maniac Mansion by any chance?
I don't remember that.
I don't know what channel it came on. Probably like Lifetime or something ridiculous like that, or one of those weird channels that just showed odd stuff. But it was like my mom had got me into it. That and man, what was it? It was just on Dream On. I think it was Dream On, where like the guy he grew up watching a lot of TV. So whenever something would happen in his life, it would remind him of a TV show that he'd watched when he was younger.
Oh, wow.
And like they show like a little clip of it, kind of like how a lot of people like on their YouTube videos will say, like we'll throw in a clip that's kind of related to what's happening in the video sometimes. But it was a TV show, and I was like, this is all right. It was around the time when like Herman's Head was a thing, if that gives you any sort of like timeline.
Yeah.
But Perry Mason. Yeah. Well, man, that sounds familiar. I can't think of what it is though.
That reminds me of the Truman Show. That movie kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Okay, Kim says, and then Quantum Leap. Like, I didn't follow Quantum Leap. I remember seeing it, and I was like, I don't get this. And then I just, you know, you're young. You're just like, I don't know what's going on here. Masterpiece Theater. Man, there was so many random shows that just like came and went. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, some of them like were really big and, you know, still talked about to this day, but then there's a lot of those little ones. And like we were talking about last night, like what kind of sucks is like when you want to watch some of these old things, you've got like no options in some cases, right, unless you like just go find somewhere to download it online, you know? Yeah. Because like Google or YouTube or whoever doesn't have rights to sell it or whatever that situation is. True. There's a lot of stuff that would be worth watching. Didn't Quantum Leap come back? Or maybe I'm thinking of another show. See, and Homegrown is saying Quantum Leap was incredible. It took me some growing to understand it though. Yeah, and it could be one of those things where like, you know how sometimes you see something and it's just, you just don't comprehend it or you're not into it. But like later you look at what it is and you're like, you know, I would totally be into this if it came out right now. You know, it's just a little too ahead of its time, I guess. Wonder Years.
The Wonder Years.
I didn't watch Wonder Years or Life Goes On, but let's see. I watched a lot of What's Happening though. That was my show.
Wendy still got my heart from the Wonder Years, y'all. She still got it.
You know what? Okay, I see Homegrown's comment. I think maybe it was MacGyver that I was thinking, but I just knew it was something from that time frame that came back. What was that? Oh wait, no, that didn't. The show with like the David Hasselhoff and the car. I never watched that. Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Yeah. Did anybody watch that? I never did.
Yeah, it came back, didn't it? And I don't know. I thought it came back too.
Oh, so quick story about Pete and Pete. That's loosely related. One of my friends that lives that way, I'm pointing to Virginia Beach. He was in a band for a bit, and recently as in before this world changed, he opened a show where like the main band was the guy from one of the Petes from Pete and Pete. So apparently that's what one of them is doing now. He's got a band and he's doing that thing. So I was like, well, that's kind of a cool thing because he didn't know it. He just went there to the show, and he just happened to run into him and he's like, wait, is this the Pete and Pete guy? And yeah, so he just kind of went from there. So I was like, well, that's kind of cool. Also, on the subject of older shows, I think I mentioned this before, but I still haven't seen it, but the Zach to the Future podcast, I've heard some good things if you're into Saved by the Bell, which I was a huge fan of.
Yep. Saved by the Bell was the one. The one.
Mr. Belding. How has Kim never seen? Well, she's never seen Land Before Time either. She's probably too busy watching Rambo. There's a lot of stuff on Amazon Prime that I just
Yeah.
see. I was just talking about Salute Your Shorts the other day when we were talking about Terminator 2 because that dude was in
Mm.
Budnick.
Terminator 2 is good.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime I never get around to for some reason. They take my money every month, and I don't know. It's just
Wait, what takes your money every month?
Amazon Prime. I never
Oh
usually get
yeah.
around to watching them. I'm just like Amazon or Netflix and YouTube. You know, I got to take some time out to check them out.
Man, like it is almost a complete waste for me to pay for Netflix. Cause like I'll look at it, cause you know how you can see like your watch history,
Right.
and I'll look in there and it'll be like I might watch some stuff in like March and then not again until September, you know?
Right.
I'm like, why am I even paying for this?
Right. It's
Because
that
like
one show that comes on there that you want to see, and you're like,
and like I have a lot of shows that I want to watch, like shows that I'm in the middle of, like Orange is the New Black, Arrow, Flash, you know,
yep.
probably some other stuff that's on there that I don't know about yet.
Yeah.
And one day I'm going to actually watch those things. It's just I haven't taken the time to actually do it.
Who's seen that new one? What is it called? Power Limits?
I know
What
what
is
you're
it
talking.
called?
I have not seen it.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about with the pill, and you get the power for 5 minutes.
Yeah, because somebody was in there and
Jamie
somebody I
Foxx, I
recognized
think,
was in the
right?
commercial, but I just can't remember.
That was actually a good one. I saw that one. That was a good one. It's on Netflix.
Wait, you can pay a year subscription for Netflix? Or is that for Amazon? Wait, hold on. Because, like, is there? I didn't know there was a monthly. Because I think I just pay for Amazon every year too. But so you hated Screech, huh? Screech was a wrestler at some point. Like, I don't think it.
Wow.
I remember him having a match, but like, I mean, so did David Arquette.
What? I'm
You're
getting some great
like
information today.
older than us. Like Pete and Pete was after her time. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but like, just because I don't know how old Kim is, but just going by some things she says, I feel like we're in the same like age bracket. I could be very wrong though. I don't know. It's one of life's mysteries. With Hulk Hogan, man, that's. I guess once you're like, if you have the right amount of fame at the right point, you are locked in. You can do almost anything you want after
Yep,
that.
I agree.
It just, especially if you wait a little while, you know, because like you have like all those one hit wonders in the '90s and stuff.
Right.
People are all about it, and then when it's like 2010 and you start doing all these like '90s reunion tours,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
everybody's out.
how many movies and how many shows did Vanilla Ice get?
Exactly, you know. I
Right.
saw Vanilla Ice once because it was one of those things. I forget who was he with. Coolio was there.
Oh wow. Yep.
Um, Tone, I want to say Tone Loc was there
Yeah.
because this was back in El Paso. And who else? It was, what is that? Sorry, I got distracted by Dynamite. But
Did Coolio only have like that one song and get that movie? What movie
who?
was that? Coolio.
Yeah. Oh, the Gangster's Paradise movie
Yeah.
from Dangerous Minds.
Right.
Yeah, that's see,
That
it's
was it.
little facts like that are stuck in here. But then there are
Right. Me
other
too.
things.
Right. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I just can't think of the name right now, but I'm like, I only remember like one song, maybe two, and movie came
Okay.
out.
So I will say, right, and there could be a slight bias here because as a youngster, I only had so many tapes, right? You know, you would have like a few, and then you just listen to those a lot.
Right.
So for me, It Takes a Thief, Coolio's first album, right, with Fantastic Voyage, County Line, all that stuff. That album, to me, in my mind, is still flawless. I haven't listened to it in probably like at least a year or something, but that thing was solid. So I say if you're kind of doubting Coolio, maybe go back and check that one out.
Okay.
And I want to say that the Gangsta's Paradise album was pretty good too, because I believe that's the one that had a 1, 2, 3, 4 on it. and some other hit that he had.
Mm.
But
He
yeah,
must have
so
been huge at that point.
what's that?
I said he must have been huge at that point. He got a movie, right?
Yeah, because let's see, Dangerous Minds for me was eighth grade because I remember that was still in the time frame when I was buying like a lot of soundtracks because it was like my way to get albums that had multiple people on them and like find out
Right.
about new stuff.
I remember that
So
time.
if there was a good soundtrack that came out between like from around that point to like years later, from Sunset Park to Jason's Lyric or whatever,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
bought all of them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like the Black Panther soundtrack had some hits on it.
Right. Right. And it's
There's,
like what
there's
happened to soundtracks, except for like the Black Panther. Like when did it change from not being a thing to where people, like it used to be every soundtrack almost was like good to every hit movie. And then I don't know. It's really hit or miss now, it seems.
yeah, that's the thing. Like it used to be like I would hear stuff and think like, man, this is gonna be a soundtrack or a
Right.
good soundtrack.
Right,
But
right.
again,
Right.
like what was that? High School High. You know what I mean? Like that came out and I remember seeing because you know how like you would see the album cover somewhere and it would show you like 10 of the artists on it.
Right.
Like, wait, this has them all this? Like I'm sold just off this first line.
Yeah.
The Rush Hour soundtrack. I
Oh,
didn't have
that was a hard one. That was
Coolio,
a good
I'll
one.
see you when you get there. Rob Van Winkle.
Yeah, that was a good
Like
one.
Vanilla Ice, I remember because like he had his little thing as a Coolio with like ICP, you know what I mean? And I mean like they were involved with like making music and stuff.
Right.
Because I remember on Forgotten Freshness Volume 3, I can't think of the name of the song, but but Vanilla Ice is on it, and it's just weird in a way. You know what I mean? Like he does fine on the song, but it's just like looking at like the Insane Clown Posse and then thinking about like they got the guy from like the Ninja Rap to like be in this song, and it's just kind of
Right.
weird in a way.
Yeah.
You said Coolio was weird to you. What? How dare you? Nah, it's cool. But the Murder Was the Case soundtrack was really good too.
Mm,
And if you got the tape, it had a bonus track on it. And what Above the Rim, that was a good
that
one.
was a good one.
That was one of my earlier tapes because for a while I only had like Doggy Style and Enter the 36 Chambers.
Mm.
And I forget what came along later, but those were like my first two. But then I started like getting a few things and whatnot. Cypress Hill. I saw Cypress Hill once at Riot Fest, I
Mm.
think. Living Color. Man, I used to watch a lot of that too. I think everybody did, when it was going on. But then I don't even remember how that show ended. Like, did people like just start leaving and going on their own solo careers, or did it just
I
like
think
get
that's what happened.
canceled?
I think that's what happened. That's what I remember anyway.
Because let's see, I'm trying to think of what time frame that would have been. Like, I'm guessing it probably ended in around like 93, maybe
Yeah,
or
early
something,
90s.
94. Because I just remember it kind of being in line with, how they would like you said, making fun of certain music videos. Because remember them making fun of some Michael Jackson videos and stuff like that. But
Yeah. When Damon Williams took off during that time, and so did Jim Carrey. They were like, psh, they were movies.
yeah, Mad TV. I don't remember anything about Mad TV, but I think was Bret Hart on an episode of that, or was that Saturday Night Live?
I seen a little bit of Mad TV, very, very little.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like there's certain things that are like made to be silly, but
Right.
like I just can't get into them.
Right,
I
right,
mean, I'm
right,
not like an overly serious person,
right,
but it's just like their humor just isn't my humor, I guess.
right, right. That's kind of how it was for me with Mad TV.
Because and what is it? Because like again, also like Saturday Night Live. Now I will say, like I've seen little clips of like Eddie Murphy's time frame on there, and what's his name? He's the voice of Pigeon on Mike Tyson Mysteries. Norm Macdonald, right?
Hmm.
That's a funny dude, you know? But when I see Saturday Night Live, I just see nothing that draws me in, even though like the 30 Rock people were on there at some point, and I'm all about that. Let's see, what else are people saying in here? Suge Knight ended Vanilla Ice. And then Suge Knight ended himself, basically. Didn't he like run over somebody? Like, I don't remember what happened. I just remember he like hit somebody and like, he had a heart attack in court or something. And
right.
I don't know.
Doing the most, man. Doing the most. Just
Chris. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't remember anything about Chris Farley either.
Oh, you don't remember him?
Yeah, like I mean, don't get me wrong. I remember him as a person, and I remember like Louis Spicolli kind of being like a Chris Farley, but on wrestling. You know,
what movie was that he did with his like most famous movie? The Chris Farley movie.
Wasn't it that one with like that David Spade dude or something?
Yeah,
It had something to do with skiing at some point.
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember the name of the movie though.
That was the one. Me neither.
Was Stuart and Miss Swan? See, you're throwing these names out there. You could have said any name, and I would be like, I don't know. J-Lo started as a fly girl on In Living Color.
Yeah, I've heard that. I didn't get to see that personally. Kind of mad I missed that, but
yeah, I don't remember that either. But again, like, I mean, there's a good possibility that I saw some of those episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't know. Yeah, me too.
Beverly Hills Ninja. Does that one ring a bell?
I heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, like I remember the name too. Also, on that same thing, Jack Black. That's a person that I never really got into. I liked Kung Fu Panda though, but Jack Black as a person, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. You know, and
plainly said, huh?
But at the same time, I'm sure there's some stuff that I find just like downright hilarious that other people would be like, no, this is stupid.
Right.
You know?
Was Dumb and Dumber one? Dumb and Dumber?
No, that is not on my list of things.
That's not on your list.
I do not like Jim Carrey. Like, I do not find him entertaining. I mean, he was like mildly okay in Living Color, but then when like he started making movies, I was just like, this is trash beyond trash.
Yeah. The Mask kind of was like, that was a weird one. That was
like this is the whole like garbage dump yard or whatever you call it.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Rosie O'Donnell. Wait, what are we talking about? Let's see. Chris Farley was going to play Shrek, but he died in.
Oh man.
Yeah, like, and that's the other thing. Like, even Tenacious D, people were, oh man, you got to hear this song. It's hilarious. And it's like, I just want this to be over. And I remember Guitar Hero or Rock Band, I think it was Guitar Hero, making me play so many Tenacious D songs.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ace Ventura. Like, yeah, I couldn't get into any of that.
Right.
And I remember like some friend of mine was like, hey, let's go see the movies. Go to the movies. And we went in and I was trying to give it a chance. It was like me, myself, and Irene. And I was just like, good God, this is awful.
Right.
You know?
I remember that one too. Yeah.
Ah, man. Yeah, it was just like,
yeah.
Let's see, what else is there? Because I'm sure there was some other movies that received lots of critical acclaim, but I just
wasn't the Truman Show one? The Truman Show I thought was interesting though. Remember that one?
I mean, I never saw it, but it sounded like wasn't that the show where like, or the movie where like his life was a show or something?
Yeah, that one. And at the time that it came out, it was kind of like there's a weird possibility that like this could actually be happening like one day. It was weird because it was like, you know, nothing, but it was just like something in your mind that made me, I was like, that's kind of strange. Like, that's something to think about. Like,
yeah.
Of course, now it wouldn't be weird, right? It would be like, oh, yeah, it's normal now, right?
Was Pootie Tang in theaters?
Oh my God. I think it was in theaters. I think it was in theaters.
That has like limited release written all over it.
Right.
Okay, Napoleon Dynamite. That's one of those movies that like I like that movie a lot, but I can totally see why people do not.
Right. Right.
But yeah, Pootie Tang, like that's when I wouldn't mind going back and watching again. I remember that was like the only movie I had on my PSP for a long time.
Oh wow. That man, and then like Snakes on a Plane. I was just like, what am I watching right now? Like,
I've never seen Snakes on a Plane. I've never seen Soul Plane either.
Oh, okay. Soul Plane, yeah, was another one, right?
Yeah, that was like so. Now it was one of those judge a book by its cover situations where I was just like,
right.
Soul Plane looks like nothing I want to watch. It seemed like it's going to be one of those things that would have its moments where you'd like, oh, this was funny or that was funny,
right,
but not worth watching.
The whole movie's just like,
hours, you know?
Exactly.
Let's see. Oh no, if Jesus saying he paid to see Pootie Tang, I'd totally understand that, you know? I'd be on board with that right now. If they did a re-release, I mean, I wouldn't go to the theater right now, but you know, normal times. And then like, what was it? What was that movie that like Black Dynamite didn't have like a wide release either, from what I recall. I think that was in like some cities. But that's one that I think that would have been a cool theater experience. Just to Soul Plane is do is what Homegrown was saying.
One of those. It was one of those for sure.
Man, yeah, there's some movies out there that just, oh man. And you know what sucks is like when you see a movie that like has some of your favorite people in it and it's just bad. Like
right.
because like I'm a fan of like the guy from Eastbound and Down, you know, but I saw one of his movies, The Fistfoot Way, and I was like, this is not good. But then there's like movies that like Pineapple Express that I don't think I would like, and I'm totally into.
Right.
I don't think anybody thought Soul Plane would be a hit. I think they just made it because you know like, it's you and a bunch of your friends, and it's like, you know what? If we all put in like the equivalent of us all chipping in like $20, like we can make a movie. It's like, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like why not? Let's do it.
Exactly.
Kung Pao. Wait a second. Is that the I remember that. Like I didn't see it, but I think doesn't it have something to do with like a cow or something at some point? Like in the movie. If it's what I'm thinking it is, and this is one I'm going to look up real quick just to make sure before I go any further. And oh yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking of, and it is not on the it is not on the Tristan Stewart list of approved movies. Only because it looks stupid. Wait, okay, Tropic Thunder. That one I did like. I was into Tropic Thunder.
I remember that one.
Hold on, I think Homegrown was saying something. Oh, he's okay. No, he was replying to a story. You know, like I don't always pay a lot of attention to what I put on Instagram. You know, it'll just like a thought will cross my mind, and then the moment it happens, and then somebody will respond to it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I? But let's see. Oh yeah, the Police Academy. Yeah, I remember those. I don't remember all of them.
Yep.
But I do remember liking at least like what I saw of them. Those and what was that other thing? Came out around like Short Circuit was around that time frame, I think, too. But then there were certain movies that like I would expect to have seen that never saw, like Sister Act, like with Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
Like I never saw that, and it wasn't because I didn't want to or anything. I just never did.
Didn't happen, huh? Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I've probably seen like all kinds of other movies that I thought were just like all right, like a million times. Like I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen Class Act because it was like constantly on HBO.
Right. Right. So those movies versus 2007 and up until now, which era are you taking?
All right, Kim, like talking about like doing a movie TV live. We'll talk later and we'll figure out what kind of thing we want to do as far as how or any particular topics or whatever. But we're definitely doing that. Definitely doing that because that's going to be a good time.
That'd be dope.
So I say this so that way everybody that's hearing it can hold me to it. I didn't see School Days, didn't see High School High, or excuse me, Howard the Duck. I don't know why I was thinking High School High still, but well, I was about to say something though. Not How High. Half Baked. Half Baked is a movie that I love. Yes.
Half Baked.
Yeah, man, I was like Dazed and Confused. No, like How High? No, like Half Baked.
Half Baked.
That one was pretty good. I mean, I don't know how it aged, but I still think about it all the time, and I talk about going to Virginia Beach because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be down by the beach.
Right.
Talk to Samson while I'm out there. So the Goonies, I never saw that either.
Oh, that was one of the ones too. That was one of the ones. That was a good one.
Did you guys see the Hot Shots movies?
That sounds so familiar.
Or any of those other like, was it National Lampoon type things or any of those? Yeah, I think I might have seen one of the Hot Shots. Because that was one of those like that was one of those movies like Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood type movies where they just take a bunch of things and mash it all up together and just throw it at you. Okay, Harold and Kumar, like I don't remember much about it, but I remember that apparently they were good enough that they are both in my stack of movies over there.
Ooh, Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks.
I feel like I saw that in theaters, but don't remember anything about it.
The Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel so strongly that I saw that movie.
You had to have seen
in theaters.
Yeah.
Like I can picture me being there watching it. But like also I never saw The Sandlot. On the subject of children's movies, I never saw The Sandlot.
You got to go back and watch that one. That's one to double back for.
And Homegrown thing, like I've seen half of a Hot Shots movie. See, stuff like that will happen. Like I don't know how it is, but like because there are some movies like to this day, I don't know that I've ever truly sat back and watched Coming to America from end to end. But I've seen.
You've seen pieces
in its entirety pieced together multiple times.
Right.
You know?
Me too.
It's just one of those things that like you see it all the time. It's like the Christmas Story movie around Christmas.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit down and watch it to see it. Like if you have your TV on, like throughout the day, you're gonna piece together that whole movie.
Exactly.
Like you might see like the beginning and then the middle and then or the beginning and then the end and the middle or something like that.
One of those.
With some little split up pieces here and there. But yeah.
That's how it was with the Little Giants for me too.
Little Giants.
That
one, I didn't see that. I did see I remember seeing, was it Rookie of the Year? I think that was
Rookie of the Year was one.
Like with those baseball,
that was one.
Arm was messed up.
That was one. Yeah.
I also watched I don't like baseball, but I watched A League of Their Own every time it was on TV.
Me too.
I still see it on TV and will like stop and watch some of it.
Yeah, League of Their Own was good.
I have no idea why.
I don't know why it's like all the baseball movies were good too, but I don't watch baseball. There was another one, like what was the guy with the glasses?
Rick Moranis?
It was like he played for the Braves, right?
Oh, I was way off.
It's another baseball movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really know many baseball movies that I can think of.
Well, baseball movies were good for some reason.
Charlie Sheen,
Yeah,
Hot Shots.
yeah. Charlie Sheen.
No, because like someone's talking about like boiling an egg on his stomach.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, Kim has a question here. Freddy Krueger, Jason, or Michael Myers?
Ooh, wow.
I would side with. So Myers was the Halloween dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because like Krueger, like I mean, he's cool. He's got his thing going on, attacking you when you sleep. I get it, but something about Michael Myers, and I've only seen the Halloween movie that came out in like 2018. I also saw the Rob Zombie one, but I don't have a whole lot to go by. But Michael Myers, he seems all right in my book. Like as far as, I mean, I get that he's killing people, which is bad and all, but like he's my guy out of those three. Home Alone, I do remember seeing that many a time, but I don't remember seeing the sequel very often, if at all. Let's see. I feel like I remember more about My Girl than Home Alone 2.
Oh,
or remember The Good Son, like where he was where he was bad.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember more about those movies.
Yeah. He had the potato gun. That's the first time I ever saw a potato gun. I was like, he made a potato gun? Wow.
Also on the subject of like children and weird stuff, The Orphan, that's a weird movie, but I do like it.
That's a real weird one.
Yeah, like that, like when she's taking out the teeth, it's like, whoa. It's like I remember so vividly watching that like the first time. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
Because it was one of those times when I used to buy a lot of movies, because I just like Blu-ray was new and I like to like be amazed by like my new TV at the time. And
right.
Yeah, man. Let's see, The Good Son was wild. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, you can have a drink with before he kills you. Yeah. Because Jason, he was just, I don't know, little too gimmicky to me. Something about it was just like, no, you're just trying too hard. But yeah, so I'm going with Myers. Angels in the Outfield. I've never seen Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, that was another one. That's what I'm saying. All the baseball movies for some reason were hidden.
Because it's either, was it that or maybe Field of Dreams? I think that takes place in Iowa. Like maybe not really, but like the setting is in Iowa.
You seen Field of Dreams, right?
No.
What? If you build it, they will come. What?
Oh, that's what that's from?
Yeah.
Huh. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Until right now, like I know that line, but I did not know that's what it's from.
Yeah.
I thought it was I don't know what I would have guessed. If it was multiple choice, that would have been the last choice.
Yeah.
Like where there's always the one you can eliminate. That would have been the eliminated one.
That would have been the one.
Oh, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and that was a good one. Then the movie with the plant. Where is it?
People? Seymour Butts. What was that? What was that called?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I was in Michael's the other day getting some arts and crafts for my son's school, and they had like a statue of a plant that was right there. It just brought me back, like just not too long ago. I was like, wow, what is that doing here? Like, why is that right here?
Man, like, because I go to, sometimes I see those in aquariums or zoos. Like they put them in both, like those Venus flytraps. And like every time I think about that movie. I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Ooh, that was a weird one too. Ooh, that was a weird one. That thing.
Long Kiss Goodnight sounds familiar, but I've never seen it. I know that. Okay, and he's saying Field of Dreams was the one from Iowa. Popeye with Robin Williams?
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Did I see that? Wasn't he in Hook?
He was. He was in Hook.
He was also in Flubber.
Yeah.
And so on a like for real though, like one of my favorite movies is Good Will Hunting. Also has him in there.
Mm.
Yeah, that was man. Because I don't know, you know how sometimes there's a movie that like you can kind of relate to, you know what I mean? And so and it's also like fairly realistic. So like for me, that's why my favorite two movies are I just said the name. Good Will Hunting, and the other one is The Devil's Rejects.
Oh, that one. That one there. Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I know The Devil's Rejects has its own thing going on or whatever, but hey, man, like, it's a good movie though, you know, like to me, like that's all I can say. I'm not gonna try to sell anybody on it.
Mm. Remember that one.
Hey, the
Oh,
sneaker addict, what is going
people,
on, man?
people under the stairs.
Hey, if you got a minute, DJ Dells, jump in, talk about some of your favorite movies, man. That's what we're on right now. Talking about
Remember
all
that one,
kinds of
Sleeves?
stuff.
People under the stairs.
Did I? That one I didn't
That
see.
one was
That one.
weird. That one was weird. They were keeping those people in the basement, like all those like adults or whatever. That one was weird. That was kind of trippy.
Man, that was God, like, because there's so many movies that like I remember that like around when they came out or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's just like when they came out, like getting a hold of them or whatever wasn't like the easiest thing to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because then there's some stuff like I didn't see until like way later. You know,
Yeah.
like you know the movie Snatch.
Snatch.
It was like it was kind of like a sequel or prequel, I forget, to like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, but it was a weird movie. But like I found out about it like way after the fact and got really into it. Same with like The Whole Nine Yards. I was really into that for a while.
Mm.
You know, some of these movies you just hear about like way after the fact.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't think I saw the Popeye with Robin Williams though.
I definitely didn't see that one.
People Under the Stairs was creepy with those kids trapped in their.
That was weird. Yeah, that was wild.
Man, yeah, that was. Yeah, I definitely missed that. There was other stuff. What was that? The Hannibal movie? Silence of the Lambs, I think.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that stuff I also missed. And I watched the Hannibal series on whatchamacallit, on was that on Netflix or something? I forget where it was, but that's really good.
That was good.
Attack the Block. I don't remember that. Oh yeah, Brad Pitt was crazy in those movies, like Snatch and Lock, Stock. Like it's just you watch it and it's just such a I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about it. But that's one of those ones I'd like to fire up again. I don't remember why. I saw some ad about it the other day, but American Psycho, haven't seen that in forever. Wouldn't mind watching that again. The Usual Suspects. Let's see. Did I see that? No, I'm thinking 7. I think I'm thinking 7. I don't know. I feel like they're not like something you would normally get confused, but yeah. Let's see. From Dusk Till Dawn. I haven't seen that wasn't like about vampires or something.
Oh, Interview with the Vampire was one.
I think I've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep, remember that?
Possibly Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you remember that one for sure.
I've seen a lot. I think I might have seen like the whole Dolomite collection. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
What's up? What's going on, man?
So I know you have to have a couple 90s, 80s movies that you're big on. Throw a few out there.
Comedy wise, coming to America.
Anything. We're just we're just throwing them all out there.
Coming to America, Trading Places.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
We
a
were talking about,
comedy guy. I mean, I like the gangster movies too. You know, like Goodfellas. I don't know when Goodfellas came out.
oh yeah, like I forgot about
Carlito's Way. Carlito's Way was one I loved
Leaders
too.
way. Yep.
yeah trading places. Like man, I haven't.
Do you remember that movie with
Yeah, I haven't.
Aykroyd and what the fuck? I'm so shy.
I feel like I'm thinking of the right movie. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
picture.
they trade places. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. One of those like, man. I might have to let me look it up real quick. But yeah, that's the thing because like
It's a classic. I mean, I was a huge Eddie Murphy guy. So like, you know, in the 80s and 90s. So like I loved all those movies. But Trading Places was so good because like Eddie Murphy was broke and Dan Aykroyd was filthy rich. And then the two old guys that ran the business, they bet for $1 that they could make Eddie Murphy, who was broke, rich. You know, and
I think I've seen them when I just can't put my hand on it. Yeah.
He lost his job. Eddie Murphy takes Dan Aykroyd's job, and then Dan Aykroyd goes straight up crazy. Like he wants to kill Eddie Murphy throughout the whole movie because he's like, he went to shit. Now he's like a homeless guy, right? It's a great film. It's a really good film.
So that's not what I was picturing, but that is I do remember seeing that when I was younger, you know, because
yeah, go and watch it again. You'll like it more than ever because you'll appreciate it more. I love like old school movies like Taxi Driver too. You ever see Taxi Driver?
I seen that. That was the one. That was one of the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because like Robert De Niro just goes crazy. Like
Robert De Niro is one of my guys, man. That's one of my dudes.
He clearly has like mental illness, you know. And if you enjoyed the Joker movie, it really shadows the Taxi Driver movie like crazy.
That's what I heard because I haven't seen that, but like that Joker movie, I know some people didn't like it because of like I guess some people found it a little too slow or whatever, but like I thought it was done very well because like when you're talking about somebody like kind of descending into madness basically, and then you want to show that it was like a slow trail into, you know, but you want to hit everything along the way too, you know, all the little milestones so it all builds up. Man, that was a crazy movie though.
I thought it was great. It was shot brilliantly. It showed how delusional he was with the girl in his apartment building. He was fantasizing that she was watching him at the comedy thing, and everyone's laughing. And you know, it really played a part of what's going on today with mental illness, and it really shadows Taxi Driver. Like if you've never seen Taxi Driver and you're watching this and you enjoyed the Joker movie, you have got to watch Taxi Driver. You'll be like, holy shit, they almost like took it from it, you know. It's just like Dark Knight. If you watch Dark Knight, watch The Crow. Even the style of how they shot that is so much the same. Really dark, bad lighting throughout it, which made it eerie. But you could literally look it up on like Reddit, and they literally have like it looks like identical to some of the shots that they took. Like the director, he literally he must have inspiration of The Crow, which is another favorite of mine. Rest in peace to Brandon Lee. Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen that film.
Not in forever, but there was what was that other movie that I was thinking about? Where it was Falling Down. You remember that one?
Oh my god!
I can't think of the guy's name, but man, that
Kirk Douglas.
Yes.
And that movie is another movie where it's kind of relevant to today, where people are fed up, they go and stir crazy, and just blacken the fuck out. Did you see that, Lou?
Which one?
Falling Down?
Falling Down?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh my god. Dude,
I gotta go see it?
You have to, right?
What year was that? What year did that drop, you think?
I have no clue. It was a long time. It was a good 20
like
years ago.
Basically,
he just snaps.
93.
Everywhere he goes, he's fed up. Like, you know, and he freaks out. Like this gang approaches him and he freaks out on the gang. He goes to the restaurant to try to go get a hamburger or breakfast. To get breakfast, they weren't serving breakfast. He freaks out. The place thinks he's gonna kill everyone. He just wants the damn eggs. Like, I mean, it's an insane movie. At one point, he like gets his hand on a rocket launcher. He's like, I mean, he becomes like he snapped. He lost it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like you were saying, kind of like how a lot of things can be today. You have all kinds of stuff going on, and it's like, if this whole thing had only lasted, like, say it was like a lot of people thought like a month or two, you know what I mean? So everybody initially is thinking like, okay, well, maybe, you know, by spring, well, everything will be kind of settled down or whatever. But at this point, like, there are a lot of things, because I mean, I have all kinds of friends with different stuff going on, and there's some that have had the worst end of it for like so long, you know? They're holding on, but it's just like all it might take is like that one string of a bad day just to
make someone snap. I mean, and he snapped. I mean, I'm telling you, you will thank both of us for watching that.
I'm gonna check it out.
You can watch some of the clips on YouTube, like where he spazzes, just so you can get an idea what you're getting yourself into.
I might have to check it out.
You're gonna spaz, man.
Yeah.
What's good, Dale? What's good, Shoes Up? You know what I'm saying? What's up, family lamb? You don't get
Alias, what's going on, man?
What's good, bros?
Yeah.
But man, there was so many well done movies like in that time frame. Like you said, like whether it be comedy or whether it be something that just like make you think. Like I remember when Requiem for a Dream came out, but that
was great.
That movie will bring you down a lot, but it'll kind of put some things in perspective to some extent, you know?
I ate mushrooms and watched that movie. I remember when I was younger. Everyone got quiet.
No. It's like, man, it was just so crazy.
It's a trippy flick. I liked it, man.
Hey,
they shot that really well.
What you think about Inception, bro?
Inception? Oh yeah.
Who's in that one? DiCaprio or something?
Yeah, the Dream movie, right?
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool flick.
Yeah, it was. I remember that
it's been a while since I've seen that one.
Me too. I can't remember it all the way.
Yeah, it was the movie about the dreams where they kept folding over everybody's dreams.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that
was cool.
Oh, wait, was it? Oh, Spawn from the 90s? Like, that was a crazy movie too. Like, Spawn was a crazy series in general.
They need to redo that. They need to remake a Spawn movie. They need a new one.
I agree.
Yeah.
It would be, it's either going to be incredible or complete trash. You know that. There won't be no media.
Right, and I hate that Black Panther passed away because he would have been the dopest person to play Spawn.
Who's going to play the next Black Panther? Because they are continuing.
His sister. They got his sister playing it.
Yeah. Because I was talking to some friends of mine that work in the music industry, and they were saying that they are looking for the music for the soundtrack right now. I was like, wow, okay, so they're really going in and trying to put this thing together right now. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, his sister's taking the lead on part 2. It's gonna be her.
That's dope. Well, didn't that happen in the comic book too, or something like that, where the sister?
Yeah, it was hella close to that. That's what's ironic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn. Rest in peace to that man. That's a shame.
Yeah, that hit a lot of people hard because it's just. I mean, obviously, I'm sure like the people closer in his like real inner circle knew how things might go later, you know, around that time. But to everybody else, because when you're famous like that, it's pretty easy for everybody to be all in your business. But you don't always want that. You know what I mean?
Man, this
was crazy. Shoes Up. He had told the production company years ago that he was already dying and all of that. So they was already shooting Black Panther 2 with his sister before he even passed away. They already knew. We just didn't know.
Really? I never heard that.
Yeah. They had already been shooting Black Panther 2. Everybody in his inner circle, they already knew he was passing away. We just didn't know.
Because they were starting production, if I'm not mistaken. They were supposed to start the day he passed, so I guess they were going to start production without him with the sister.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
The production that they doing, they really just finishing it up. Like the basics is already done, like the storyline already wrote, the script already wrote. They just finishing up the touches.
Wow, that's wild, dude.
It makes you wonder how much stuff like they do before they really even talk about it, you know? Because I mean, it's not difficult. I mean, they can go shoot wherever they need to and just knock it all out, but man, I didn't realize that either.
But I give him a hell of respect, though, bro. A lot of people ain't that man enough to keep that kind of stuff private and in home. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want pity. Everybody want sympathy. So the fact that how he handled his business, man, he don't get nothing but much love and respect from me.
Oh,
yeah. I thought about it the same way. At least I was thinking the same thing.
And especially
he worked throughout all that stuff. He was working on projects while on his break time from doing the chemo and the surgeries, man. That shit ain't easy, man. I've seen people die from cancer. I've seen people fighting through the shit right now. It's not easy, man. So, you know, that guy
I'm not gonna lie, Dale, just black people as a whole, man. My race pissed me off. That first thing y'all think, y'all see this man skinny. Oh, he smoking crack. He on drugs, man. Come on, bro. You feel me?
And Jesus bringing up a point here saying they didn't tell production because the insurance wouldn't let them perform the movie.
Oh, wow.
So that actually makes a lot of sense, too, because...
Hey, but this was crazy. Did y'all know that he did most of his own stunts, even being under all of that stuff in Black Panther? He did most of his own stunts.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
The production company, he begged them. He had to beg them because it was in contract. If you get hurt under production, you can sue them. But he like, bro, I'm dying, man. Just let me do my own scenes.
That's odd. So he was on some shit like, yo, what's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
Like, he wasn't on some Tom Cruise, because you know Tom Cruise does all of his own stunts, but he seems to be in good health. This guy knew he was dying. He's like, F it. You know, what do I got?
Exactly. Pretty much like let me leave my legacy the way I want to leave it.
It was almost like bucket list shit, right?
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna jump off of this. I'm gonna jump through the fires.
Hey, man, shout out everybody up in here, man. I gotta run. Sleeve.
Yeah, I actually do
looking
too.
on having me, man. DJ Dale, I'm gonna check you out, at least, man.
Hey, shout out Luke Kane, bro. Shout out Love, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I just want to dip in real quick because you invited me in here.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, man.
Of course, bro. I haven't seen you on my feed, but I subscribed to you since the TJ Perkins thing we did.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, here he is. Okay, you know,
that was a good night, man.
They don't show who you subscribe to. You got to jump through freaking firing hoops to see people sometimes.
That's what I'm starting to see. It's weird, man. Yeah. I appreciate you coming by. And
of course. Yo, check out all my new videos at the Sneaker Addict, man. When you get
and I know you got your show doing all the interviews and stuff. So
yeah, that's at the Dell show. It's the wrestling content. So
I see you, Dell. I see you up there moving and grooving.
Of course, brother. All right, y'all have a good night, man.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate it,
bro.
All right.
Yeah. Man, that's again, you never know who's gonna come through. But
you feel me? It's the second time I'd have been on here where Dale's then popped in. You feel me?
Man, let's see. But let me see what the chat was saying here. Thought it was Ken thought he was just getting skinny for a role, and nobody would question that because like I don't know if you guys saw The Machinist with the guy that played Batman in the what was his name? The guy in like the Christopher Nolan movies, he played the Batman there.
You ain't talking about Val Kilmer, is you?
No, the one with like the Joker and stuff. What was the Batman's name in that movie?
Which one? The new one?
Like the ones with like Bane and all that, you know?
Oh, see, I didn't. That's the Dark Knight. I didn't even watch the Dark Knight. I
can't think of his name, but like he did a movie called The Machinist, right? And he got like crazy. Christian Bale. Thank you, Robert Valentine. Yeah, he got crazy skinny for that role. So like if you look him up, you know, he looks like some dude off the streets that's not doing so hot. But it fit the role, you know what I mean? Because he was like, I don't remember what it was, but he was kind of just, his mind was going away. You know what I'm saying? He was going out.
Right. I mean, it had been movie roles where people had to gain, stupid amount of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like Martin Lawrence, when he did Big Mama's House, they made him gain 40, 50 pounds to do that just so he could fit better in that fat suit. You feel me? Now, granted, that's why he was running around LA with a hoodie on trying to lose weight, but
Man, yeah, I can't, like, for me, gaining weight would not be an option. Like,
me neither, bro.
I mean, yeah, because I know, like,
been in my life, I think it's 145, 150, and that's when my BM was pregnant with my daughter. That's the only time I ever gained weight like that. I gained 30 pounds. 50 pounds, 40 pounds, something like that.
But yeah, because it's like, because I know, like, I see you, me, like other people, like just just stay thin, you know, and you can tell sometimes when it's somebody that just like they just have a certain diet or whatever. But there's some people like I don't think too much about what I eat. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither, bro. I eat whatever. It can't gain a lick.
Jesus saying Martin was on crack heavy during that time. You know, like you say that, like, and I forget that all those celebrity lives are weird.
Man, I mean, put it like this, bro. If you got millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, let's just be honest. If you have any type of drug habit, what else do you have money to spend on? You have everything you want. You got every car, every shoe, every piece of clothing, every house. You feel, what else can you do but buy drugs and just be effed up all day, every day?
Yeah, your royalties and stuff alone, and depending on who you are, is enough. You know?
You know what I mean? It ain't nothing else for rich people to do. Why do you think rich people got some of the sickest fetishes and, you know what I'm saying, turn-ons? Because they're rich. Stuff like that, like being a pedo, like it's a lot of rich pedos, but that's because that's one of them rich type of fetishes. You so rich, you can get away with that. We can't do that. They can.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money. That's and honestly, if I did, that's not what I do with it. You know?
Yeah, Hollywood is weird, bro. It's not nicknamed Holly Weird for no reason.
Let's see. What's this Kim saying? Like, they say all actors are strange and have the need to be seen. I can see that. Like now,
oh yeah,
I will say, like, I get that some of them do have like that. There's some people that are more like on the sidelines. You know what I mean? Like they're not out there in the public eye. Hey, Vlad, what's going on, man? From out there in your neck of the woods, out in there in Kansas City. But like when you look at some of these people, some of them you can kind of tell by how they are and like their move, or like when they're on those late night shows or whatever, you can see that they're more down to earth, that they're just somebody who happened to be in the right place at the right time. And someone's like, yeah, I was over here. They asked me to do this commercial because they said I looked like a good fit for this ad. And
for example, perfect example to that shoes up, Seth Rogen. He's not all buff. He ain't all cut. You know what I'm saying? He's just a regular guy that fit a perfect role with a cool attitude.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it, you know. But then you do have the other people, and you can. I mean, I get that, like when you have the money and like the access to like a certain lifestyle, you know, it might kind of catch up to you and make you want to do some things you couldn't before or never would have thought of before because somebody's around.
I mean, like I told everybody, if you $1 million person, you can't hang out with $10,000 people. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna fit in that circle. So if you have millions, you have to hang out with people that have millions. So just like peer pressure, you might be influenced to do some things that you wouldn't normally do because you hanging out with rich people.
Yeah. And and that's the crazy thing. It's like you want to hang out with guys. Cause I get like if these are like your peers or whatever, you know what I mean? Let's say you're all on making the same amount of money, and you might think like, okay, I should hang out with these people, you know, but then, you know, just because you're all in the same movie or you're all on the same TV series, but you know that might not be the best idea. And because Jeezy said when he got rich, he just stayed home more. So,
I mean, to be honest, did y'all know that Martin and Cole, they did not get along the whole time during the Martin show. Like they wasn't cool with each other. They didn't rock with each other. Now Martin and Tommy, they was cool as a fool. But but Cole and Martin Lawrence, they didn't rock with each other, bro.
Hey, I mean, that's like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. They didn't get along, but hey, I mean, when the cameras were rolling and they needed to do what they needed to do, it worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because sometimes you got to put your pride to a side. It's about business. You know what I'm saying? You got to handle business. Sometimes you got to go to work and work with people every day that you can't stand. But it's part of going to work and doing your job. Let me get in here, do my hours, and get the hell about.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see some of these chats. If you really think of everyone we deem as talented, they all have issues. Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney, R. Kelly. Yeah. Because the thing is, everybody, lots of people have issues. It's just some people happen to have some kind of talent or sometimes luck or whatever that puts them in a different place to where those issues they have become bigger. Because like, let's say R. Kelly couldn't sing or something. You know what I mean? Let's say he didn't have the talents he had.
Right.
He might just be some awkward dude that like works across the office from you, and he's like, you know, just kind of weird in little ways.
Right.
Like
Right.
you feel like there's something more to him.
Exactly. I mean, still doing the same thing, but just don't have the name and have the fame to be brought out on Outcast level with it. He's
So
just doing it in the basement down low.
He do weird stuff on his level, like on a proportional level, you know?
Right, right.
And then she said money can make you feel alienated from people.
Oh yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like,
because when you got money, man, you got to think about it. Like, are you really my genuine friend, or do you want something? And 9 times out of 10, somebody go want something. That's why me personally, if I hit the Powerball tomorrow, I'm keeping the same girlfriend. I'm still rocking out with Chaotic. I'm still rocking out with Shoes Up. I'm still rocking out with the same people on YouTube and off before I had this money, because I know it's genuine with them. They was rocking with me when I was broke and didn't have nothing. Right. Other than that, I'm cool. I don't need no new friends.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you never know what might change or whatever. And so then when other people find out, like that's when you start getting some of those random phone calls, you know?
Oh man, you don't remember me, man. This is little TT. Tyrone, man. You remember me?
Like,
man?
we met at that family reunion in '94.
Yeah, man, this is me, bro. What's good? Man, I'm trying to drop my mixtape, man. You got about 5 racks, you can help me out on that mixtape, though.
And that's like the most ridiculous thing to me. It really is, you know? But because like if you weren't talking to somebody before, it's like, why start now? You know, just let them live their life. You know what I mean? If you guys are already like on some good level, it's like, because I mean, I have friends like now that I might, from high school, I might talk to them every so often. You know what I mean? But if they hit the lottery and I heard about it, at some point I'd probably say like, "Oh, congratulations" or whatever.
Yeah, I hit them up to congratulate you, but that's about
it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I mean, I don't want to just be over there talking to them just because they made money, you know, like, and yeah, I wouldn't even present it like that, you know, but because I mean, I have other friends, even like around here, because like I know Jeezy was saying it before, it was like doing the social medias and whatnot, like being on YouTube and stuff. I mean, I know I have like a friend or two or whatever here and there that could probably help me like get my name out there a little bit more, sure. But like for what? You know? Like things are fine. Like I can sit back, I can sit here, talk to a handful of people, and we can have like a real conversation because it's just us just like talking about our favorite shows, our favorite movies, why we think The Rock was like a good movie, because it was, you know? And then at the end of the night, we just kind of go our separate ways. If I don't have like do a live and then there's like 500 people jumping in here, I'm cool, you know? Because like then it's going to be hard to keep up with the conversation and it's going to be a lot of the same stuff. Like when I see some more famous people's like videos or whatever, and I look through like their comments and stuff, it's all like kind of trash to me because it's like you look in there, it's like, oh man, another video by so and so, can't wait to watch it. Like, oh wow, I had to stop what I was doing just so I could see this. Like, oh man, like flame picture, like can't believe you did 2 uploads in a single. None of them have any substance to them. It's not like, oh man,
it's
like,
not a real relationship.
Yeah, it's not like, oh hey, like I was wondering when you were gonna finally get these shoes because I know you really like purple and I know you're all about these 5s, so this seemed like the perfect thing for you. Glad to see you got them. It's not like that.
It's crazy you say that, Shoes Up, because like the same way you saying about how the chat says, you know, with people on YouTube, that's how I feel about as far as just being on people's live that's on YouTube. Like I'll rock with a lot of people. I'm cool with a lot of people, but I just don't be on everybody's live. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm on your live, I'll really rock with you. Like, hey, that's my family. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really see me on just any and everybody's lives like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel just like you. If the relationship ain't real with the person who's on the live, or if it's guests on there that I don't rock with, I'm just go kick back. You know what I'm saying? I'll just watch from afar. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting on here, causing a problem, arguing with people because it's certain people I don't want. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's this man's channel. I'm just going to watch from afar.
Right. Yeah. And I totally get that, because there are some people that, you know, I'm cool with them to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like buddy, but, you know, I'll watch some stuff of theirs once in a while, or they might do the same.
They associate. You know what I'm saying? It's on some high and bar. They're associate. Like,
yeah.
that ain't my bro. That's my associate. I know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, what do you think about those Concord 12s, like the ones that are coming up sometime in October?
Man, look, you know how me and you are. You know we love our 12s. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. You know what I'm saying? My only issue is two things. One, just y'all should just did it all the nice new buck. You know what I'm saying? Not the ashy. Like, we don't want the ash no more, man. We tired of the ash. You feel me? And two, the color blocking. We should have got way more purple on there. Way more purple. You know what I mean? If y'all was gonna do it like that, okay, then put an all Concord upper with an all black midsole and outsole. But I feel like for the amounts of court purple y'all put on there, I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? It's like a metallic 12. It looked like a metallic 12, like a metallic 4.
Because it puts me in the mind of the reverse taxi 12. But now if they were going to go this black and purple route, had they gone like the flu game styling, you know, or the game royal styling, or the whatever, that would have been
color blocking of it.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But as it is, I mean, I'm not gonna say I dislike it. You know what I mean? It's cool, right? It honestly has kind of a grade school kind of feel to it. Like, it looks
right.
But I mean, I'm sure I'll be picking it up. You know what I mean? Because I am all about the 12s, and they're not bad. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, when it comes to stuff like that, it's the difference maker is how much work am I going to put in on it. And I'll tell you right now, I'll put in my raffles, and if those don't play out, it's probably not going to be one of those types of mornings where I'm sitting there really trying to get something, you know, where I have like multiple windows open. Like, I do that sometimes, but this doesn't seem like it's not going to get that treatment. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. It's like, if I hit, okay, cool. If I don't, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping either way.
And Kim said they do look ashy.
But like, I was definitely disappointed in how they did the color blocking of it. I mean, to be honest, I felt like that was just a lazy 12. Like, that was just a lazy 12. Y'all gave us the ashy suede, and y'all didn't even take time to do no color blocking to it. Like, y'all literally just put that together. Like, here, we gonna call it a Concord 12. That was a lazy 12.
Yeah, it very much is. I mean, unless they make up for it and it has some crazy quality on it, but even still, a lot of people don't want those materials on a 12.
Exactly. Okay, let me ask you this, Shoes Up, because you know it's coming. When they do these Bel Air nights and they come with the black version of the Bel Airs, watch them put the ashy suede on there just like the Great Falls.
Wait, say that again?
I said, when they come out with the black Bel Airs, do you think they gonna put the ashy suede on there?
I mean, I don't know. Like, they really seem to like that right now. So they just might. I don't know. That's a tough one to call, because, like,
I mean, the black grapes. You know, the black grapes had the ashy suede.
Yeah, but wait, hold on. I was answering a question there in the chat. Someone was saying, like, what would I pick between the Concord 12s or those reverse flu game 12s? And something about those reverse flu game 12s doesn't look right to me. I don't know what it is, but something about them is just a little off. Maybe it's that silver plate.
Yeah, I think the plate being silver for one, and I think that one is one that just has too much red on it. Like the Concorde didn't have enough purple, the other one has too much of one color.
Yeah, it's like they need to pull out a good middle. Well, okay, I'll give them that. The last 2 12s that they did were fine, right? The Indigos and the University Golds, those were fine. I mean, I know some people have their own takes on the materials for the University Gold, and I get it. But overall, from a visual standpoint only, right?
Right. Color blocking is on point. Yeah.
Yeah, like you look at it and it's like, okay, that's cool. Because from a distance, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to be all up on you, like feeling your shoe to see how it feels. Like they're just going to be like, okay, that shoe, that shirt, I like this.
True.
The blue suede 12s, those I bought those.
It's the ash. They always gotta go with the ash.
Like that's one of those things that, like, again, as a huge 12s fan and somebody who's had a lot of luck on their side or something, I have a lot of things that like I'm cool with, but like wouldn't sing the praises of. So like the reverse flu games, again, I'm not gonna tell anybody to run out and get them. They're not bad though, but the worst thing that they did on those was like the labeling, because they should have called them something else. Because if you call anything a reverse whatever, everybody's mind is going to go to something else, right?
It's gonna go to the OG. So
yeah,
you
if
better
you come out with
the
like
same materials and the same quality as the OG, or they gonna be mad.
Yeah, so it's like, what is that? Like, if you come out with a reverse Concorde 11 or something, and it's like not just inverted colors, and it's like some weird, let's say they made it in like the platinum tint material, whatever that stuff was, those eggnog 11s, that's not what people want. And Vlad's bringing up those. So okay, I will say the Gym Red 12s, the Bulls 12s, whatever you want to call them, those I actually like a fair amount. It's weird because normally I'm not a big fan of like solid colored shoes, like where it's just all the one color. But something about those and like the way the material is, it's like it's different, but it feels kind of cool. So I like those red 12s. It's just I'm not quite sure why, like how to explain. It's just
since we talk about 12s. What's a 12? Because I just recently seen a 12 that I forgot about. And it's not even like a super old 12. It was just one of those ones that like you seen, but it's like, damn, I forgot about that. Like, wow. You feel me?
Yeah.
One of my sleeper 12s I just seen was the Rosin Sons, the all white.
Yeah. I think
with the hint of red. I had forgot all about those.
So I saw those somewhere, and I was like, it was within the last 4 months, I want to say. I saw them on maybe it's an Instagram thing or something, but I saw them and I was thinking like, I don't remember these. I mean, I could see why I don't have them because it's a little too much white, but I don't even remember going for these.
Right, exactly.
Because like sometimes like you'll put in for something just to try and get it, but you won't be upset if you don't. Yeah, those UNC and Wolf Gray 12s, those are really nice. Like those are very underrated in my opinion. It's not
those are super underrated.
It's not the material that everybody likes, but like the way they look is solid. Kim's saying like she needs the Heineken ones, the Mocha ones, navy blue Tokyo ones, and everything else can go. So apparently a ones fan for sure. What was the last one I picked up? The Court Purples? think so. Yeah, I don't get a lot of ones.
The last thing I picked up, I'm wearing right now. Hold on. I'll go on camera just to show this shoe, just because it's a sleeper. And it's just some. It's just something light. It
Is
ain't
it
nothing.
the blues? No.
No,
Okay.
it's just
Oh,
something light.
didn't you? Okay, yeah, because you got those not very long ago, right?
Yeah, I just got these.
Yeah,
Antetokounmpos, just something light.
I got you. Yeah, I had
Nothing major. They
earlier
just match the
today.
shirt. That's all. The photo blue matches the shirt. That's all.
Okay, yeah, I don't have the. I went with the Air Max 97 Plus today. It's like the 97 midsole with the Air Max Plus upper.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You ever see those?
I think I just seen them. I think I seen them on Hibbert's. I think I just seen them on Hibbert's not too long ago.
Because I know it was around the time when they were doing like a mashup of a bunch of things, and that was one of them where it's like, you know what? This kind of works because it's like the Air Max Plus midsole is, I mean, it has its own look, sure, but throwing that 97 on there kind of gives it a nice like streamlined look to it. You know what I mean? It makes it look real simple. But I also like that plus upper though.
Right.
I
What
like
did you think about the Tearaway 97?
I'm gonna have to hold on a second. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's all white, but it's got the tearaway material where you can tear it away.
Really? What's under it when you tear it away? Wait, is that? Oh, okay. Wait, no, that's not it. That's something else. I'm seeing some 98s.
Well, they got the Tearaway 97s, I believe, on Foot Locker for like 116 right now.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look them up because like 97 is one of my favorite models, but they don't make a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I mean, 97 had their best run where they released all the old OG, the Silver Bullet, all of that. 97 had their best run with the OG.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way because what they've been doing lately is more miss than hit. I mean, even on just like the general release side, because that's where the Air Max Pluses really shine. Because like they'll throw out just some plain colors, but it'll be like just black and white, but it'll have like a little gradient to it, just a little bit of a fade that makes you want it, or just a simple black and red that you just can't go wrong with. Let's see. But really overall, as far as like big releases coming up, and this could be that I haven't been paying attention, but I can't really think of any that were. The last one that I really wanted was like those green Prestos that came out like Monday or something, but that didn't go in my favor, so it's like whatever.
You're talking about the Nigeria?
Yeah. I wanted those, but it just didn't work out. Let's see. What were they talking about here? Talking about the nothing catching her eyes, just having to be ones. Yeah, I get it. And just need to see more pics of the fours. Oh, fire red fours. Yeah, I'm.
That pass, easy pass for me. That's an easy pass.
Yeah, and Jeezy said the Air Max 97 is the new Air Force One. But for me, man, like it's just I don't mind when there's not a lot of big releases that I want because there's always minor stuff that I kind of have my eye on. Those things that like they came out and it's just like a standard general release that's generally like 130, but at this point it hasn't sold, so now it's sitting around like 100.
Right.
And you can walk into the store, you can try it on if you need to, and you can just buy it right there on the spot. Just to make sure you get the right sizing and all that stuff, Kind of like when you were looking at those, like you didn't have to rush to get them. You saw them, you mentioned it, then a few days later you bought it because you had some time to think.
What do you think of the gold mids?
The gold mids?
You ain't seen the all gold mids yet? That's just gold and white?
I don't think so. No. Is this? I see one that has black on it too, but I
I
see
like
one. I'm trying to find one that's. Is this it? Maybe. Because, like I said, I haven't been paying. Oh, okay, this might be it. It kind of reminds me of those Black History Month ones that I have, just without the black though.
it. Remind me of the Kawhi ones, just the gold version.
Yeah, because when you, for me, like since I haven't been buying too many pairs of shoes lately, so because I'll stop paying attention. Other than what just like happens to like scroll across with that I can't stop or whatever. Because I've been telling myself, all right, let's not buy too many right now. Because for one, as Jeezy can attest to, these action figure prices, I mean, they're cheap. They're cheap. Don't get me wrong. Like this is $16 or something. But what you don't see is the other 4 out of this shot. You know what I mean? So
right.
It adds up. It's those little chunks.
Definitely.
So I look at all that stuff and I'm like, okay, well, if I want to have some money to buy other stuff, the quickest way is to skip a release. Because I mean, right off the top, you're saving $160 to $200, something in there on average. And then also, I mean, I will be going for those Yeezys later this week. Tomorrow? Friday. So, I mean, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't need them. I have my share. I did the collection video. Like, people have seen that. But it's a shoe that I like. And if I'm not buying too much else, cool. Though I will say, if that release does not go my way, there is some stuff on the Nike clearance rack that I wouldn't mind having. So, and I can get like 2 pairs of shoes for like that price.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm,
you speaking a whole foreign language. I don't know nothing about Yeezy, so it's just like Charlie Brown's teacher.
And honestly, and that's part of the reason I don't go too deep into it like right now, because I know you don't really follow that, and honestly, I only care so much, like, which is a little bit, because like I'm already kind of looking past that release to say like, hey man, like I've got my raffles in, but if it doesn't work, I know exactly what I'm jumping on like that same day. Like I'm going straight to Nike or Adidas, and I'm picking up this thing that's got this 30% off sale thing going on right now. Because like if you're gonna spend some money, it's nice to get the most you can for it. And there's always going to be new releases, so like getting all caught up and sad over something doesn't make any sense, I mean, you can pay resale.
I mean, I only paid like $70 for those Giannis. I only paid $70.
Exactly. I mean, I saw a couple like nothing special about them, just some like Reeboks that I think come in around that same price that I wouldn't mind just trying out because they look like they might be kind of comfortable for just like a normal everyday wear. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I've got no problem just like jumping on a few pairs of those. Well, I mean, I wouldn't get a few pairs of them, but I'm saying if something costs $70, right? Like, and then you have this other thing that costs $2 something, like, and I'm trying to debate on which color. I could get both of these and still have a bunch of money left over.
True.
Like like the New Balances I had on the other day, I think those were $55, something like that each. Yeah, down from like 90. So I was like,
right.
Yeah,
Just like if you see me, my last 3 cops have all 3 been Nikes. 2 pair was Air Force Ones, and then Giannis's. So, and I got all of those for under $100.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. You like those bargains, man. Those deals. That's what it's all about, I'm not trying to be out
That's why I
here.
tell everybody, if you gonna be a sneakerhead, one thing about shoes, I tell everybody, shoes aren't going anywhere. So meaning, if you miss out on the release, okay, you miss out on it. If you really want that shoe that bad, you can always go back and get it. So shoes are never, you know what I'm saying, just gone because you miss out on the release.
Right.
So there's no sense in breaking your neck. There's no sense in breaking your neck trying to spend 4 hours camping out for a shoe. Like, hey, let me pick up a couple of pairs for $150. I can get 2 pairs for $150. And I'll just grab that off of StockX when I get paid. You know what I mean?
Because it's not going to matter in after a certain point anyway. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that you get, and a year later, 2 years later, you still talk about them. And then things that you get that, like, 2 months later, you're just kind of like, you like it. You know what I mean? You bought it. You wanted it, but it doesn't hold the same weight as some other stuff.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I tell people, when you shop smart for shoes, or when you really just passionate about your pairs, so meaning that you're not just copying anything that come out just to say, hey, I got the new release. Like, everything that you got in your collection, you're actually rotating and you're actually wearing. Everything in your collection, you proud about. You're going to be happy to wear every pair in your collection. You're not really going to have a pair like, I don't really know how I feel about these. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people, be smart about shopping for shoes.
That's how
It's easy to get shoes, but it's not always easy to get rid of shoes.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Because I have some, and it's like, I'm looking at certain things, and I'm like, okay, like, I like these, but for a handful of reasons, I know that I'm not going to put them in the rotation very often. And since my brother, he wears the same size, so it's like, and he was saying before that he, kind of wanted some shoes and stuff. And he's what, 20, I don't know, he was born in 94. I can't think of how old he is. But anyways, he's old enough that at this point he's done growing. So like, I could give them to him and he's going to be able to wear them. It's not like he's 14 and he might just have a growth spurt in the next 2 years, So at least that way, I kind of feel like I'm giving them away to somebody, so that makes me feel a little better about it in a way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, at least somebody's gonna put, some use to them instead of them just sitting in the closet for no reason.
Right, and that's because that's what they're doing right now. And if I get rid of a couple pairs, right, then that makes it a little easier to justify a couple pair later.
See, like with me, my whole collection is really like every pair is an outfit. So like, I literally have pairs for every outfit. I have socks for every outfit, so on and so forth. So I literally wear all my pairs. It's like, what outfit am I gonna wear today? Oh, I'm gonna wear this. So if I'm gonna wear that, I already know what shoes go with it. Like, my outfit picks out the shoes for me, so I don't even have to pick out shoes for real. It's just like, all right, I already know what I'm gonna wear. Okay, I know what pairs go with that.
Or yeah, that's the way to do it. I know I have a couple options, because like I'll think about that. Sometimes I'll overthink it maybe, but you just want to be able to have something to choose from, and that's all it is. That's all it is. But hey, man,
right. Or go by color scheme.
Probably gonna get this all wrapped up, and gotta be up fairly early in the morning. You know how that can go.
No, I appreciate you, Shoes Up Sleeves Down, man. I appreciate you having your bro on, man. You already know, man, your boy Alias. Go sub up if y'all ain't already, man. This is the bro, this is the family, man. I got your shirt coming soon. You feel me? Don't put me in a Eddie Guerrero headlock off the top rope. I don't want no smoke.
Hey, like I said, you can take your time, I know, because I know you got some other stuff to ship out, and I know you also just your own life to live. So hey, I'm cool with it.
Man, it's all good. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. As always, bro, man. Shouts out, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody that pulled up on the panel, man. We appreciate y'all.
All right, yeah, same to you, man. All right, I'll see you later.
For sure, man. Love.
All right, yep. All right, to everybody out there, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And like I said, I probably don't have too many sneaker videos coming around soon, but that doesn't mean you can't find me and talk to me. So do that at some point. All right. Later, people.